Welcome back, beautiful souls. It's the Soldier of Light reporting for duty. And I just want to say thank you guys all for tuning in today for our weekly Monday readings. I did some great readings today for some people. It was nice getting to know them and kind of putting some things together for you guys that I've read for. So I appreciate your guys' continued support. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. For the people who will be tuning in or watching the video, it'd be awesome. I can say something for sure that my channel is being definitely messed with for sure. I know I posted something on my community page, but after this Richard Citizen Journalist video, like right now, I'm losing people coming in and out of my chat. So it's telling me that there's something going on. I know there's something going on. Also, my subscribers can continue to go chunk down and chunk down and chunk down. So that's why. I posted the things that I have. So, but if you haven't already, also I have a Rumble channel. For some of you guys who may be listening to this video afterwards, that's also Soldier of Light 786 on Rumble. I also posted a link on the community chat today as well. So that just tells me that I'm only going to put truther stuff on that channel for Rumble. Because of what's going on with this channel, and it's being monitored. It's being monitored very closely. I know it is. So that's my way of getting around the things that I know is too hot. That's why I figure I will just use this channel for spirituality, like I always have, our roundtables, as well as these live readings for you guys. So I feel like that's a good platform to be able to jump into that one. But anything to do with truth or stuff and questions like that, that'll be on the Rumble channel with Soldier of Light 786. So I'm also going to be doing a weekly podcast starting tomorrow. Richard Citizen Journalist and I are going to, it's called The Clown World. That's going to be a weekly video, as well as it'll be moved to the podcast for any of you guys who may need to listen afterwards. If you're not, I've already posted the first video on Rumble for the interview. So that will be the Clown World podcast, but we'll just kind of call it that. We'll just do different episodes, starting every week. And we'll add that to the platforms of Spotify and Amazon Music. I also have some podcasts that have been transferred from some of these roundtables that we've done. I've moved them into podcasts as well. So just look for Soldier of Light 786 stuff on Amazon Music, Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff. It's on there for some of you guys who may just want to listen and not watch the video if you're not able to. So, but I just want to let you know that that's what's going on with the channel. My channel has had quite a few people taken from me within this last week for whatever reason. And I continue to see it, but I know we're going to persevere. I'm divinely protected. I know that. I've been told that by my spirits and been shown that. So we're going to win. I know we're going to win. I've already won. So that's the only way so you guys know, moving forward, anything to do with truth or stuff, I mean, just pay attention. I mean, the stuff that we're going to be bringing, like literally our first show for some of you guys, I'm not trying to plug the other place, but just so you guys know, the first show that we're talking about, we're going to be doing tomorrow, is about the truthers out there and maybe some of the truthers and the deceptions and things that they've been putting out. So we're going to kind of go over some of that stuff. I feel like that was a good show to start off with. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it with a bang. That's how we're going to roll out. So we're both, ex-soldiers as far as in the military, and we're both medics from the military, which is a crazy coincidence. But as you guys know, there's no such thing as coincidences. That's how the universe works. So there was a reason why we were brought together, and like we all are here on this channel. So that's why I feel like there's a lot more to be put out. I feel like there's more of us that need to be out there and being more active in this platform, because this is a digital battlefield. This isn't as we mentioned before, this isn't a battle of bullets and boots on the ground. This will be a battle of over your mind through the electronics and all the information that's coming to you. So that's why you are a digital soldier, whether you like it or not, because the information is coming to you either through watching regular TV or some type of other platforms that some of you guys are watching through. So you're getting information at all times. So that makes you part of the digital battlefield. So just so you know, so this type of community together is beautiful. So I do want to thank you guys all for just for your beautiful love and support once again. All right. I actually, Dennis, I know that I thought I gave you rights to be a moderator on this channel. Like I said, things that I see you as a moderator for my channel still. So I'm gonna have to maybe reset it because you do because you use I know you use VPN, so that may be why. I don't know. So, but I have you still marked down as a moderator for the channel. So I really appreciate it though. But I'll definitely look up again. Maybe I'll resend you another invite after this to see if after the show because I don't want to have to go out and go into my channel and all that while I'm broadcasting right now. So we'll get you a wrench if that's the case. Just look for the email again afterwards, Dennis, and I'll hook you up. Okay. All right. Well, besides all that, I want to thank you guys once again. The moderators who are here, the guardians, all you Soul Tribe members. It's awesome. I know you guys. There's other people who are doing a show right now on Rumble. So, but I really appreciate you guys coming here. I try to do my best to channel spirit and try to get you all the answers that you guys need. Okay, or hopefully I can get them for you. All right. Let's see who we have. King of Cups. Why is it that most supplements do not affect my body? Is it because I am a higher density? Well, let's find out. That sounds like a great question, Dennis. Thank you for the super sticker. All right. Well, the first card I pull is the Hierophant. So that tells me the Hierophant that, yeah, that's like a high priest card in other decks. So that tells me, yes, very much so. You're very high, you're very evolved, you're very old soul. And then I have the Five of Pentacles. So I feel the reason why you're high vibing, that also tells me that what's being put out from the establishment, institutions, these types of supplements that they put together, they actually will harm you because I have the Five of Pentacles. That's ill health. That's loss. That's something that we don't want as far as in our reality. And then I have the Page of Pentacles for you. So I feel it's because you are I feel like this is something you're developed. I feel like you're overdeveloped as far as spiritually higher density. That's what it's telling me with that Page of Pentacles. So it's why it won't affect you. And then the Page of Swords. So I feel when it comes to this, I honestly feel that when it comes to your energy, that's an energy card for me. So I feel like you are pulled spiritually for some reason to supplements that you feel resonate with you right away. I feel like you're kind of connected and pulled to the ones spiritually somehow that you know will benefit you because between the Page of Pentacles, which is a manifestation that's you bringing it into your reality, and then the Page of Swords, that tells me that that's you have ideas. Something comes that you get downloads that tells you where what supplements may be good and it resonates with you. Because I have the Six of Pentacles, so that tells me that the supplements that you do take are beneficial for you. They help bring you balance. They help. That's what it's a gift. It's receiving something. So it does bring something to fruition. And then the Hermit, that tells me once again, spiritually, I feel like you're drawn to that. The Hermit card, I feel like you learn things, you've become enlightened. And that's why I feel like this is something that you've learned over your time. And I have the Six of Cups. This is that's funny. I just said that. I love how spirit works. So I just said something you've learned over time, and then I get the Six of Cups right after that, which is nostalgia in the past. So you've been working on this. This is something that your body, you get downloads, and these supplements that you do receive and take are beneficial for you. That's what they're telling me. So, and the Queen of Cups is at the base of my deck. So it's very healing, very nurturing, those things that you do. I feel like it's helping your body. So hope that resonated with you, Mr. Dennis, and thank you for the super sticker. All right. Rocking and rolling. You do not show up on my notifications. I have to search you out. You know, the funny thing is, I've read that a lot, and actually, I've had people even look at my view count for my videos and things. It says for the number of subscribers you have literally posted, that the video counts don't match up, and I know that. And I also know that there's a lot of things that notifications and all that stuff. Definitely, like I don't even get notifications, and I have another channel, like another that I've used in the past that it's Soldier of Light, but it's not 786. And I actually subscribe to my own channel to see if I get the notifications, and I haven't been getting them either. So once again, like I told you, they're scared. And right now, like my reception looks like it's not so good, and I have a plugged in internet. So I'm telling you, there's someone's messing with me, and I like it. I actually enjoy it. And I say that with literally with light and love, because if you notice, it doesn't even faze me. I know that the darkness has always been scared of me. I'm going to share a little story with you guys in between these quick reading here, and I'll get to your next reading. So I don't know if I shared this to you, or maybe it's in a previous other video of mine, but this is the difference between the soldier of light and darkness. This is how pronounced this really is. I've mentioned to you before, like I've had visions, and I've been in sleep, and I've astral traveled, and I've removed demons from people, and this is true story, at least 4 that I can remember. So, well, the funny thing is, as my light is getting brighter behind me, as you can see, as I'm telling the story. So we were in a store, we were walking through the store. Well, we pulled into the parking lot first. That's how it started. And I get out of the car, I pulled into the veterans parking. That's a space that was available. And I get out of my car, turn around, and behind us in a spot is a totally pure blacked out Cadillac Escalade. And the license plate said Master Mason, and it was totally blacked out. And the first reaction that my spirit told me was to key that guy's car. I didn't, but it was like, go key that person's car, and this is not a good person. This is not good energy. So I'm walking through the store with my wife, and somehow I was kind of vigilant, like looking around, like almost like a head on a swivel, like not looking for this person, but I knew in my soul that we would meet somewhere in this store. Well, we get to one part of the store, we get done in the aisle, we'll walk out to the aisle, and my wife was looking at a sweatshirt towards the end of an aisle. Well, there's this gentleman and his daughter, maybe, I would think it was his daughter. She was younger, maybe late teens, early 20s, something like that. Well, this gentleman was wearing all pitch black, and they were walking, and my wife and I were stationary at the end of the aisle. Well, they were walking toward us. As soon as we came out of the aisle, they stopped in mid-stride. They looked at me. I looked at them. Not a word was spoken. They turned around and went the other way. Like it was like a wall literally stopped them in mid-stride, and they turned around and walked away. And when I got out of the store, they had left. They were gone. So that just was something that I thought that the universe showed me very much so, like the light and the darkness, we part ways. There's a reason why. So I just wanted to share that with you. So I know that the dark is always, I knows who I am. And I'm not saying that as it's not an arrogant thing. I'm just saying is I know who they are, and I know who I'm battling. So I get a kick out of it when I know that this is all they have to affect me is this type of stuff. And I know that you guys and your energy helps keep this pushing along. So I want to thank you guys for supporting me once again. All right, let's get to some readings now. After I jump off my soapbox. All right, Lauren. Is this deja vu? I swear I already read this question before. I feel like I had deja vu right now, Lauren. I feel like I've read this before you. I will ask again, and let's see what spirit has for you. That's that deja vu thing. You know, that's like, oh, this happened before. I love it. First card I have is the Queen of Swords. So there's yes, there's going to be victory. There's going to be truth. That's also telling me that they want you to be more clear-minded, like how you want this to go. They're telling me. They're also telling me they want you to be strong. That I feel like that's something that you felt has been taken away from you, but it hasn't. And I have the Devil card after that. So there's telling me there's dark thoughts, there's worry, there's some type of toxicity going on that you're getting rid of. There's something going on. They're telling me that you have to let go of. There's dark thoughts. And the devil doesn't mean there's dark energy around you. It just means that you could be thinking dark. You could be thinking the worst. because I have the magician after that. So that tells me that you are going to manifest and create how you want this to go. That tells me that you maybe things aren't as bad as they appear, even though you may not feel well. That tells me you're going to make progress. You also have the tools in the toolbox to make that happen. They also want you to take your power back. That's the second thing that they've told me is the power. You felt like you don't have the power. You do. That's what they're telling me, because I have the 7 of cups after that. That tells me there's been a lot of thoughts. There's a lot of illusions, a lot of what ifs. That's what they're telling me. There's some what ifs. There's a lot of what ifs. So they're telling me that there's going to be choices. You're making better choices. You're making good choices for your health as you progress. That's what they're telling me, because the temperance card tells me the choices you've been making. The temperance is my last one. Tells me that the choices you've been making have been spiritually divine. It's been you've been guided by the angels. You've been guided by God and the light. They're telling me that they want you to remain hopeful, remain calm, release those thoughts, because you're protected from the divine with that temperance card. And the Queen of Wands. They're telling me you're strong. They want you to be courageous. They want you to be courageous. They want you to be determined to be better. That's what they're telling you to take your power back with the Queen of Wands. Be that fiery personality to take your power back. Project how you want this to go, because there's going to be joy coming back to your life, is what they're telling me. There's conflicts going on. There's going to be some obstacles as you've been going through these things, but you are going to persevere. Because I have the High Priestess after that. That tells me that you're learning. Follow what you're being intuitively guided to do with the High Priestess. Tells me trust yourself. Trust your inner higher self. Connect. That's what they're telling me. That this is what you need to do. You're in a spiritual, not only for your health, but it starts spiritually right now with your health, they're telling me. Because I have the 8 of Pentacles. So it tells me you're working on it. Things are progressing to continue to work. That's what it's telling me. Things are moving along. 10 of Pentacles. So those are tangible things. That's fulfillment. That's your legacy. So I feel completion for you, and I feel you'll be whole once again. That's what I get. And I have the Page of Pentacles in the base of my deck. So that tells me that you have the power to manifest. It's how you manifest it. So you manifest, you're already healed. You manifest that this is already gone. You manifest that this is no longer affecting your present from the past. That's what they're telling me. You have all that skill to use it, and it will come true. And I hope that resonated with you, Lauren, and thank you for your super sticker. Sophia Swaru is a channeled entity. She has a message for the White Hats telling them they have the power to stop this circus, but they choose not to. They are control opposition. Is she right? Ooh. Woohoo! That's a deep one. You always bring some good ones, DHP. Let's see. So you're saying that she's saying the White Hats have the power to stop it, but they're control opposition. Okay, I got you. Sophia Swaru channeled. Oh, Sophia is a channeled entity. Okay, I got you. Okay, I got you. I'm going to ask, are they compromised, the White Hats, at this point? And is what she's saying true? Oh, man. Well, the first card I have is the Star card. So she's getting information from some type of off-world entity or whatever this person is. It's some type of off-world entity that's put. And I have the Judgment card after that. So it does tell me there's some type of wake up that's coming, or they have the ability to wake everybody up with that Judgment card. But I see that there's some loss, there's some failure, disappointment, maybe there's some pessimism going on with that 5 of Cups. So there's something possibly going on. They're holding on to something, because I have the 4 of Pentacles. They're waiting. There's something they're waiting on. And I feel like this is something that they're waiting. They're concerned. I don't know what the situation is, because I have the 4 of Swords after that. So I feel like they're reevaluating some things, and I feel like this is something that they're contemplating how they're going to move forward. Because I have the Ace of Pentacles, so that tells me when you're asking me if they have the power to do this, yes, they do. But I feel that this will come to fruition. I feel that the White Hats. I don't see anything dark in this whole poll that tells me that they're compromised. I don't see any. So far, I haven't. So the only thing that I have is that there's some type of regret about maybe it's something that was moved along, maybe some type of loss that they've had. But I feel like there's something that they're holding on to with that Four of Pentacles. They're waiting on something to release, and I feel like this is something that we're working on. I mean, they're in the process of working on it. They're contemplating because the Four of Swords. But I have the Ace of Pentacles, so whatever they're going to put out is going to be for the benefit of humanity because the Ace of Pentacles is divine. It's a divine card. It's a gift. It's abundance. So I feel Six of Swords. So there's transition. There's some type of transition going on. So I feel like that's what maybe they're waiting on. I have the Chariot. So things are going to pick up speed. So that tells me between everything that I'm pulling, I don't see any dark cards. So they're still moving along in the journey. I feel like we're in a transition period. We're leaving something behind. So maybe there are some losses they had in the past that they're reevaluating and they're trying to put out information. But this is a transition period. We are moving forward. That Six of Swords, moving out of troubled waters. That's something, but there's something from the past, like that. Once again, with that burden, or there's emotional things, or things that they have to. There have to be energy clearing. That's what I just felt right now. That there has to be some type of energy clearing first that needs to happen because the Chariot. There has to be some type of movement, and it tells me that there's action going to be taken. There is going to be victory, and it's coming towards us, not away from us with the Chariot card, because the Chariot card faces you. They come at you. And the eight of wands, I love Spirit so much. So Eight of Wands tells me news is going to come to us soon. Things are going to start picking up speed. We've had delays, but things are going to start picking up speed. The King of Swords. So yes, there's going to be truth come out. There's going to be victory, and it's going to be related to leaders. I feel like we're going to have information regarding that, and it's going to be beautiful with the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So the military is going to be involved for sure. There's going to be some type of ambitious, action-oriented, transition that's going to involve, I feel, the military. So, and the White Hats and the Magician. So that tells me that maybe things aren't as they appear with this entity. That maybe that's what I'm getting, because the Magician card is, maybe look here while I do this. So I feel maybe that could be that person or the energy is providing misinformation. That's what I feel. I feel like that's misinformation. And I feel like there's going to be more of that moving forward as we get closer to the target and see my light just brighten. So I feel like we're going to get more of that. So DHP Jr., I would say no to the answer after everything I just pulled. And what I got is that I feel like that's misinformation that was put out. And I don't feel at all in any of these cards that they've been compromised. The military will step in, and the alliance, because those are the same cards with that Knight of Swords. So hopefully that resonated with you, DHP. Thank you for the super sticker. Sharon Fairchild, thank you very much for the super sticker or super chat. Thank you very much, guys, for the super chat and super stickers. Love you guys. Thank you. Did Jesus survive his crucifixion and have 3 daughters of Mary Magdalene in England? Ooh, that's a good one. Because I pulled cards the other day about, someone asked me about their relationship with Mary Magdalene. And I actually got that Mary Magdalene they were after her as well, and she escaped. They had to hide her. So let me see about this question. That's pretty interesting. Thank you for that. I like good questions like this. Did Jesus survive his crucifixion and have 3 daughters of Mary Magdalene? Jesus survived his crucifixion and have 3 daughters of Mary Magdalene in England. Please and thank you for your system. Okay, I get a no. And the reason why I get the 6 of Wands as my first card. So there was something publicly done. Public recognition is the 6 of Wands. So, and then it was something, there was some type of strife, tension, some type of conflict that it was involved. And then I have the Knight of Wands. So it was a conflict involving a Knight of Wands, somebody who was passionate, somebody who took action, wanted to fight for the good. That's what it's telling me, because there were some decisions that they had to make, whoever this involved, because there was a Two of Swords. It took longer than it should have. That's what it told me. So this took some time for them to go with this. But I have the Death card at the very end, so it tells me he did end up passing, is what I'm getting in the cards. And I have the Five of Pentacles after that. So there was loss, there was ill health. So I feel like that's exactly what happened. Yep. And it tells me that and I feel like there was something to, they had to do that. So I feel like there's multiple stories. That's what I just got. The Two of Pentacles. So there's a couple of versions that are out there about what could have happened. And I feel like that's the versions you're getting. And I have the Eight of Pentacles after that. So yes, that tells me, like, everything that I'm seeing so far, it looks like Jesus was crucified, or whoever this person was that they called Jesus, was in whatever this is. It looks like that did happen, and it was something that they worked on. So I feel like this was part of Jesus's, what I'm getting right now is this is part of his mastery. See how my light just got brightened? Jesus became an ascended master at that point. This is part of his mastery. So that's why he gave up what he did. And Mary Magdalene, I got those the other day, as she was hidden. They were going to take her out too, because she was a fighter for the light, like Jesus was, like his co-partner. So they actually did have a family and all that. That stuff I feel is true. So all the stuff that they say what Jesus was in these books, I feel wasn't. I feel Jesus didn't want organized religion. He didn't want people to worship in buildings and all this. He had church, supposedly, what I'm out in the open, and just love one another, tell people to love themselves and love each other. That's what I feel the message, when I feel like the darkness didn't want that. Even like there's many quotes, when they ask about the money, give your money to Caesar, but that's what it is. Money is for Caesar, and I'll just, take your love and give the love to God. So that's what the part that I feel like they didn't want, because they were separating from the norm even back then. So that's what I feel he was trying to awaken people, and his crucifixion was part of that, was part of his ascension and mastery, is what I got. And I hope that resonated with you, Lisa, and thank you for the super sticker. Tracy Dericio, thank you for the super sticker. I really appreciate all you guys. I love you guys. Thank you. Much appreciated. Past life question. Was I a scholar in the Great Library of Alexandria? Ooh, that's a good one. Thank you. Awesome. Was a past life scholar in the Great Library of Alexandria? And once again, like I always say, guys, put your comments in there. I like to read them afterwards. It kind of goes through, and I read all the chats just to see how the energy was, and also to get some feedback. So anytime you guys, if I read for you, thank you. For any feedback you can give me. Wow. All right, Muse. This is a resounding yes. I got the Fool. So yeah, tells me that was it. That was an opportunity for you. The Fool card. That was something you liked to do. You wanted to do it. It was like a beautiful thing for you. It was part of your journey. I have the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like that was exactly, it was your inevitable fate. That was something you were meant to do. I feel like that was part of it. There was some good luck. There was some good karma involved with that. And I have the Nine of Cups after that. Your wish came true. So it tells me that's what you manifested. You wanted to do that, as I mentioned. And I have the Strength card. So it tells me you loved it. That was something you loved to do. And I feel like you felt the books and the library, for some reason, the energy around there gave you love. Like it was something that you were very connected to. That's what it told me. It was a passion of yours. Then I have the Three of Cups after that. So I'm not going to pull any more. it was a celebration. I feel like there was a group around that you worked around. It was something that you enjoyed doing, and it was very celebrated. Very good community, whatever you were around. Because I have the Three of Pentacles, so yes, it tells me you were working in a team, and there was others around that it was something you were working on, building something that could be whatever your knowledge base was, but you worked with others. I have the Queen of Pentacles, so that tells me that yeah, absolutely, it was something you did, and it brought you good financial stability as well. It was part of what you did as a job. That's what it told me. It was something you enjoyed doing, though. It was something it was very practical for you, and you enjoyed it. So, and I have the Empress at the base of my deck, so it tells me it was very connected. You were very connected to that, and it brought you very much abundance, not only just financially, but I feel like it connected you. It connects with your soul. So yes, that's what I get very strongly. And thank you for the super sticker, Muse. Hope that resonated with you. Water holds information. The body is 16 to 90% water, according to some. Does drinking a lot of water help while listening to subliminal messages as information? Huh. Well, something just information off topic, DHP Junior. I actually either put my fingertip in my water. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Or sometimes I'll just whisper into my water and see my light got brighter. I tell it, thank you, I love you. Or if I put my finger into the water as I'm manifesting, I'm just saying I'm increasing the frequency and vibration of this water. So I do that stuff, and I'm manifesting. So I feel like yes, everything has. But I'm going to pull some cards. Water does hold information, very much so. So I'm going to see if that does have anything to do with it. Does drinking water, a lot of water while listening to subliminal messages help with messages you can make just stored in the water? Help with messages if they're stored in the water. Does drinking a lot of water while listening to subliminal messages? That's what it is. Okay, I got you. Well, the first thing it says, so yes, so the Page of Swords is ideas. So that's energy. That's a lot of energy. That's an energy card for me when it comes to swords. Those are thoughts and words. So I feel like that's something to do with energetically. And then I have the Nine of Pentacles right after that. So yes, I feel, because you're asking if it affects our bodies, the Nine of Pentacles is a sovereign being. That's somebody who the fruits of their labor. That's somebody who's very self-sufficient, as far as they're very luxurious. So that's somebody who has self-pleasure, as far as they're very confident and they're very strong in their abilities. And I have the Ace of Wands right after that. So yes, that tells me, based on that information, that your thoughts and your words when you're drinking tie in to your energetic field with the Nine of Pentacles. Also, it helps, I feel, with the Ace of Wands. That tells me that it increases. That's a fire card. That tells me victory. That tells me we're increasing something. Your vibrational level. That tells me it's inspiration, growth. That's what it's telling me. It helps grow things. And then I have the Nine of Cups. That's even another water card. So your wish come true. So that tells me, based on what you project, with the wish come true, if you want to increase that frequency and the energy and your intention, that's where it is. That's what it tells me. Your wish will come true. So, and I have the Knight of Swords at the base of my deck. So yes, so that tells me it's your actions, as I mentioned, as with swords, thoughts and words, actions. So your action, your intention leads to this. It helps connect you more with that sovereign being that you are. So that's very good for the body, actually, is what they're telling me. So, yep, looks like it's beautiful. So, I hope that they resonate with you, DHP Junior, and thank you for the super sticker. All right. Hi, Jason. Could you please ask Spirit what my love life has in store for me? Thank you. I'm going to change my deck. Let's go with my rainbow deck. All right. Cards jumping out everywhere. First card I pull is a Seven of Cups. So you're going to have choices. Okay. So it tells me that you're envisioning these things. I feel like there's some wishful thinking. Then I have the Five of Cups. So that tells me also with the Five of Cups that there's some loss in your past. There's some heartbreak, some grief, something that didn't jive back in your past. And I have the Knight of Cups. So that tells me the energy, what you asked me about your love life, and this is the present. That's funny. I get all these cups. That's emotional stuff. So that tells me with the Knight of Cups is there's going to be a knight in shining armor coming for you. And that's the center of my reading so far. So death card in the future, in the near future. So that tells me like there's a transformation coming for your life. Old cycles are ending. Whatever this was from the end, you're completing that cycle and you're moving into a new beginning with the death card. Then I have the Emperor in your future, in the later future. The Emperor card tells me that this is going to be a strong male figure for you. They're going to be a father figure, as far as like very fatherly energy, or want to, if that's what the energy they're going to put out, they're going to be very protective. Also tells me that they're going to be good at what they do financially. You're going to be strong. They're going to be very independent. They're also going to be a very good energy for you with the Emperor card. So they're telling me what, and then the devil card comes out. So it also tells me maybe there's some thoughts, but the devil card doesn't always have to mean a darkness. That also can mean that Capricorns are playful people. It could be something along that line. You could be very sexually attracted. That's what the devil card could also mean to me. Is could be sexual attraction. There could be some lusting, not a bad thing for somebody you would want to have a long term relationship for. So I feel like there's going to be some of that. Very passionate relationship is what I'm getting. So you have to leave behind. So there's something you're going to have to leave behind. Old thoughts, old relationship heartaches and heartbreaks and all this stuff, because I have the Eight of Cups. So you're transitioning, you're moving along in the journey. So this journey that you're making will have, and I have the Justice card as my final card. So that means things are going to work out into your benefit. That's a win-win situation. The cause and effect from your past is the effect of what's now. So what they're telling me is if you work on how you want to project your future and the person you want to manifest into your life, that type of father, very good, grounded person, very protective, beautiful person who's smart, very independent, will protect you. That's something they're telling me will come to fruition. But you have to release some of the stuff from the old, because the Justice card tells me it's going to work out in your favor for both of you. It's going to be a win-win for both of you in this situation. And the Hermit card. So it tells me that there's some soul searching that you need to do, and like we all have done in the past, or we all have to do currently. Even today, as I mentioned in my last reading, I have to. Spirit told me when I asked him the other day that they need me to start connecting more, meditating. So I did some today. I meditated. When Spirit tells you, sometimes we don't listen. That's what it tells me. Sometimes we go about our own thing, and Spirit's telling us what we need, and sometimes we don't listen, or sometimes we let our own thoughts and egos and things like that kind of get in the way. So I think that's what it's telling me. There's some soul searching. I feel like that's where it starts, is with you, to soul search, be happy with yourself, project that type of energy out and what you want to project back in, and that's what will happen. Then the World card. So yes, so there's something that's got to come to completion. Karmic cycles you have to release, which tells me that we'll move into a new journey for you with the World card, and it'll be beautiful. So it tells me that there's going to be fulfillment on your end. Okay. So there's conflicts going on up here. That's what they're told me, because the base of my deck is the Five of Wands. Fives are temporaries. So it tells me there's been some temporary setbacks, some conflicts, some things that you're thinking about and contemplating. That could be the conflict. Okay. So it tells me soul search, release, and project what that type of energy you want in, and that's what will come to you. Okay, Cecilia. Hope that resonated with you, and thank you for the super sticker. You guys see some of these cards are so, I love these cards, man. These like my rainbow cards that I like. It's kind of hard with sometimes with the light. Yeah, there you go. You can see those things, man. They reflect so good. So, all right. When the dust clears, will the golden age begin with everyone speaking one language? Whew, that's a good question. Let's flip it. Go back to my old trusty deck. Clears with the golden age begin with everyone speaking the same language. Whew. First card I got was the death card. That's a no card for me. Something has to come to an end with the death card. Then I have the Knight of Cups. So that's intuitive messages. So I feel Knight in Shining Armor, something is coming along. That tells me, like, intuitively what I'm getting, Justice card. So I feel it's things are going to come into alignment, but I feel when it comes to the golden age, speaking of it, I feel like there will be more intuitive messages for some reason. We'll be able to connect with somebody intuitively more than just speaking. So I feel our souls will be the one doing the speaking more than our words, because I have the justice card. So it's going to be fair. It's going to be just for all. It's going to have balance to it. It's not going to be one over the other. So it's telling me there's going to be a way that the universe is creatively putting this energy out, how we're going to do it. And I have the Ace of Swords. So that tells me, like, I feel like there's going to be breakthroughs. So it tells me, like, each person's energy there's going to be breakthroughs of energetic levels, is what it's telling me. So as this person gets to be higher energetically, there's going to be mental clarity. So the mental clarity tells me, like, I feel we're going to have mental telepathy. I don't know what that means, but they're telling me we're going to be able to communicate telepathically with people that resonate on the same vibrational level in that timeline and dimension. So that's what it's telling me. And they have the 10 of Cups. So I would say as they progress into the golden age, vibrationally, as they get to that level, they will be able to we will communicate in a totally different way than we're used to. That's what it's telling me. So that tells me fulfillment, divine love. We're gonna communicate from a loving place of our soul and our heart is what I'm getting with that, which will be projected from our telepathy in our mind, our third eye is what it's telling me. And it will be balanced. It will be just. There's not going to be division. So I feel that will eventually be the case, not when it begins right away. So that tells me something has to progress, something has to transform. With the Knight of Cups, something is going to come to them, to us in some creative way. We're going to be able to communicate. It's going to be fair and just for all as we progress, which eventually looks like it will come to that. With the 10 of Cups is full fulfillment, family, completion, abundance. So yes. So I feel like there's some, and I have the 10 of Wands holding up my deck, which is the reading, which is burdens. So that tells me people they're as they grow and progress, this is something that we're going to work into. So we're releasing the burdens from the old, transitioning into something new. As we do this, as we elevate our energetic levels, gifts will open and we'll communicate in a different level. And it eventually will come to all in the same timeline. We'll be able to. Yep. Hope that resonated, Mr. Dennis. Thank you for the super sticker. My soul purpose in my life, purpose in this lifetime. All right. Let's find out. TT. Soul purpose this lifetime. I feel this is something that's been on your mind for some time because I feel it in my head. I feel almost like a headache, a little bit like pressure. Like my mind is doing this, like it's trying to figure out something. So I feel this has been on your mind for some time. So let me go ahead and ask. Cards jumping out. All right, so I had 3 cards jump out at me. And the funny thing is the first card is the Ace of Cups. So that tells me that tells me when you ask me if what's your sole purpose, it's to love. That first card I pulled, that these 3 cards fell out of my deck. Okay. Ace of Cups, that's love, fulfillment, your cups overflowing. That's being creative, expressing your feelings, helping others express theirs. That tells me also that the Queen of Cups is the other card that popped out. Believe it or not, that tells me that that could be your energy when you're asking me. That's what your energy, because that could also be past, present, future. That tells me that you're very nurturing. So I feel like your job is to help nurture others, help heal people through love. That's what it tells me, because I have the Hierophant. So that tells me like there's a community, or even the people around you, your family, just your energy alone. I feel it brings positivity and healing and nurturing. But and I have the Page of Pentacles. So that tells me, yes, you're developing this. This is something you're working on. This is something that it's your desire. This is your soul's desire to come down here. This is what you're meant to do. You're manifesting this reality in this beautiful new beginning for the collective and the people around you, and yourself as well, because you're healing, you're nurturing others. Because I have the Judgment card, as I mentioned, but that's awesome. When I said about your soul, the next card that comes up is the Judgment card. So that tells me that this is karmic in nature. This is your calling. This is you're having an awakening. This is like a wake up. This is your life's purpose, your soul's purpose. This is part of you and the soul contract that you have with the divine. That's what it's telling me. But also tells me, and my nose is itching now. See, it also tells me, but there's some loss there. Maybe there's some pessimism in your mind, is what they're telling me. Maybe that's looking at what you're asking. What is my purpose? I feel like that's a negative thought almost, and I'm not saying that to. It's just what Spirit's telling me. It's almost like a defeating thought about, am I living my purpose? Am I doing enough? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. That's telling me that's what those are pessimistic thoughts. It also was telling me with the Four of Pentacles that there's something that you're holding on to. So there's something that they're telling me that you're holding on to, and I don't know what that means yet. That you have to, but you have to let it go, because I have the Death card. There's something that you're holding on to. Could be energetically, could be something from your past, whatever this is. They're telling me that you have to let it go, because the Death card came out. Has to come to an end. You have to release that karmic cycle in order to progress in your soul mission and your soul purpose. So it tells me that there's some things that energetically, that this is what you're here to do. You have to release some of the things from your old. You're here to help nurture. And you also, they're telling me your job is to love yourself. The first card I pulled that fell out of the decks was the Ace of Cups. That tells me you got to love yourself. That's where it starts. That's what they're telling me. You have to nurture yourself. And by doing that, that's part of your soul's purpose. Nurture yourself, help heal and nurture others. By doing that, by being the better version of yourself, you're able to help others collectively. So that's what they're telling me. There's some things you got to let go of, though, because I have the Eight of Swords at the base of my deck. That tells me there's negative thoughts, there's self-imprisonment, there's something that you're holding on to that's a defeating thought almost at times, or not doing enough, or self-defeating thoughts. I keep getting that. So it tells me that you have to let go, you have to release, and then these gifts will open up even more. And I feel you'll be connected more. You'll start to get these things, this information. I feel like you'll be pulled in that direction more easily, because I feel like now there's some things that are still roadblocking you at times. Okay. So hope that resonate with you, and thank you for the super sticker, TTF, for the past messenger. All right, let me find out. I'm going to use my ancestor cards, Linda, since we're going to ask for your dad's dad's energy. All right. First card I have is the Magic Guardian. So the Magic Guardian for me, that tells me like there's magic inside of you. That's what I feel your father's telling me. You're magical. You have all these gifts inside of you that you're able to let out. He's telling me you're going to release these gifts. They're going to open up for you. He's also telling me I have the Warrior card next. So it tells me that he wants you to be fearless, be strong, be the warrior. I feel like he knows you're fighting for what you believe. That's what he's telling me. I have the Earth Mother. So he's telling me that you're very loved. I feel like he's also telling me that you comfort. He comes to you. He comforts you. I feel at times he comes to you, and I feel like he also tells me that you're very nurturing as well. You're very loving. So he's telling me that he's acknowledging that your ability to how you love others, and he's telling me he loves you very much, and he's always with you. I have Autumn, the Autumn card. So it's telling me there's some things. Once again, I just mentioned that in a previous reading, and Spirit always tells me this because this is the most important thing at this point that they keep telling me. That's this common theme for everybody. Autumn, release the old. That's what it's telling me, and rest. So this is what he's telling me. Things that you've been working at from your past, we have to let some of these things go. Even if it's not just regarding him, he's telling me you have to let things go. You're making progress. He's telling me this is you also that Earth Mother tells me maybe there's some nurturing of yourself. He wants you to do a little bit more. He's telling me also that it's time for you to rest. Like rest. This is a renewal phase. This is time for you to take a step back, rest a little bit, kind of recharge your battery. Because he's like he has the Medicine Mother. The Medicine Mother came out. So he's telling me that once again, you have to take some time to rest, also to nurture and heal yourself as you let some of these things go and your spirit is going to thrive. Medicine Mother also tell me honoring your inner knowing. So that tells me you kind of know. I feel like you get these messages or you just kind of know when he comes to you. I mentioned that. He comes to you. I feel like you just know. I feel like you're being drawn to certain things. It may be something that reminds you of him at the situation. He's telling me that's how he's a creative way that you just know that it's him. He says she knows it's me. I have the High Priestess. So it tells me that intuitively you just know. You feel his energy. That's what he's telling me. High Priestess. You're very in tune, so he feels like you connect more spiritually. Is what he's telling me. And then you'll feel his energy even more as this is going. The Hermit, exactly. So it tells me he wants you to retreat and recharge. So I told you this is he wants you to rest, recharge. As I mentioned, I said recharge your battery 2 cards before. So he wants you to recharge that battery. And he's telling me the same thing. You need to kind of rest. It's something you're moving forward. He also tells me like this is Soul Search, the Hermit card. Go inside more. He's telling me these are things that you'll get more from going inside internally and working through spirit. He's telling me. Then I have the Water Guardian. Connect with your emotions. That's funny. I just said that. I love how spirit I start saying things and the cards come out afterwards. So that tells me the Water Guardian. So it tells me emotions. Connect with your emotions. Connect inside. Soul Search, as I mentioned. He's telling me you're going to see progress that way. He comes to you. He lets you know he loves you. He's there intuitively as you build these gifts. You will connect more and more, not only with him, but people who passed on and your guides. You're going to connect more with them and you'll feel their energy all the time. And then I have the Fire Guardian. He's just telling me he wants you to be passionate again. Work on this. Keep working on yourself. Be passionate about where you're going because it's going to be beautiful. Because I have the Arrow card holding up my deck. So it says surround you. I mean, we want to surround ourselves with positive energy. That's what he's telling me. So you soul search for surround yourself with positive energy, which you're here obviously in this chat. So that tells me he's acknowledging that. So he wants you to know that, continue to pull the beautiful energy in, let go of the old, manifest as you've been doing, and he will come to you. He's always around you, but you see, you'll feel his energy even more the more you connect with spirit. All right, Linda, thank you very much for the super sticker, and I hope that resonated with you. All right. And the cards give a visual step-by-step account of what happens when the fear, anger energy bumps into the love energy. Oof, okay. That's a good question. Very good. Step by step. I'm just going to say as detailed as they can give me as far as when we transfer from fear and anger energy into the love and what happens. What happens vibrationally? This is going to be an interesting one, I feel. So the first card I pull is the Six of Swords. It's a transition. So what you mentioned, what happens when we go from fear to anger energy bumps into love? That's a transition. So that's funny. The first thing that they came out was the Six of Swords, which is a transition card, moving out of troubled waters. Wow, Spirit is really connecting tonight, man. It's high five. So Four of Swords comes out after that. So it tells me that's a renewal. So yes, it tells me that there's some type of renewal that goes on, some type of you're recouping your energy. So it tells me when you're releasing in anger, was what I'm getting now, you're releasing. So when you go to the love, you recoup that energy in. That's what it's telling me. You're recuperating, you're resting, you're regenerating your energy. That's what I just got. The Empress card. So when you do that, when it's based on you move into that energetic field, because it happens by the second that we change from our frequencies by the second. We're constantly just in motion. So that tells me the Empress card. That's a beautiful, that's a loving card. That's a nurturing card. That's abundance. So when we transition out of that, what they're telling me is a step by step as we work towards that. So that tells me that we have to control. The Six of Swords is, as I mentioned, in your past. That tells me that there's some burdens, there's some emotional baggage, there's some things that are holding you down like a dead weight. That's why we have anger, we have fear because of our previous experiences. So what that tells me is what we need to do, what they're telling me is this: you need to transition those thoughts, that energy with by your actions, our emotions. So it means when you get this information or you get these thoughts and this energy comes and you're angry, is to acknowledge it right away and send it into the light and then project out love as much as you can. So it's reprogramming our system, because the Empress card is, that's a nurturing. We have to nurture, we have to become grounded. That's what it tells me. So I feel like that's a grounding card when it comes to the Empress. That tells me that they becomes more abundant. Our energy becomes more abundant because we collect it. We recollect it. That's what I was telling me. That's something that we're doing. We recuperate. We're recouping our energy. That's something that they're telling me that happens. And then when we recoup that energy, it heals us. And then we can put this energy out abundantly, because I had the Five of Pentacles. That tells me that if we don't, that leads to ill health, that leads to lower energies, that leads to loss, that leads to just not feeling good physically or mentally. So it's telling me with the Seven of Pentacles is changing. That's a long-term view. That means changing your perception. Tells me like this is something you're going to be working on, persevering. So when you get these issues, it's telling me you have the tools. It's going to be successful for you, but it's going to take some time for you to transition your thought process, not being triggered any longer by things that used to anger you or make you upset or be fearful of. So it's telling me in a step by step is, once we receive this energy that is making us angry, we have to transition out of it right away. We have to move out of the troubled waters by our thoughts. Our thoughts lead to our words lead to our actions, and it's all connected to spirit energetically, no matter what. So it tells me that we have to recoup that energy, pull it back in, regenerate that energy as we've given it away and it was dark or lower energy. We pull that energy in, it renews us. So as soon as we pull this energy in and our thought changes right away, it's changing the thought from the heart and the soul, not here. That's what they're telling me. You connect to the soul, to the spirit, to the heart. That's where that's solitude. That means you got to coincide and work on you energetically. That's what it's telling me. That's also what that Four of Swords means. Go inside, rest, recuperate, because the energy that we're bringing in is going to renew it. And then it also tells me with the Empress card is after we've done that, we're able to push this out in a loving, mothering, nurturing type of energy. Even if you're a male, it doesn't matter. Divine feminine, divine masculine, it's all connected. So that just tells me a nurturing, loving energy, because you've connected, you've rooted yourself, you've renewed this energy, and you're able to project it. Because if you don't do this, it tells me that this is with the Five of Pentacles. There's loss, there's ill health, there's low energy around that. So you're healing this energy. That's what it's telling me. This anger, this lower frequency. When you pull it in, you release it back with love, and it tells me long-term view, delayed success. So it's going to take some transition in order for you to flip this energetic field around you, but it will come to fruition for you. And the Page of Wands. So yeah, limitless potential. So it tells me it's limitless. So the more it means the more energy it means we're limitless. Like, that's divine. That tells me we're able to connect, pull in so much energy, give so much energy out, that we have our own masters of that. That's something that we're able to do. And that's what they're telling me. Freedom. That's our freedom. And the Six of Pentacles. So that's a giving and receiving. So that's what it tells me. So our job, and that's also a balance card with the Six of Pentacles. So it tells me what we give out is what we're going to get back in. But if we give out love, we're going to receive that. And that's going to be a gift back. That's how it works. So we put it out. So it's all on you, DHP Jr. and whoever else is listening. It's how we transition out of the dark or that negative thought, the fear, anger, into something new. That's how exactly. And we have to work on it step by step. That tells me baby steps. Release things that we've talked about. Spirit always says, release the old. True. Change how we think. No longer have things that used to trigger you. That's something you have. Those are emotional wounds and scars that we all have to let go of, that we all have to work on every day. Because if things trigger you energetically, there's a reason why it triggers you. So it's telling me it's all on you, how you proceed in this. And that's all connecting to spirit, releasing these old, moving on, and working on this on a day-to-day basis, as we mentioned before. I hope that resonated with you, and thank you for the super sticker. Thank you, Sharon Fairchild, for the super sticker. Light and love, light and love. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. I see what you did. No worries. I got you. Well, one card jumped out at me. So that jumped out of my deck, and it was the Sun card. So that's the first thing. That tells me children, there's joy. Then I have the King of Swords. So it tells me that your husband is doing okay. It tells me like he's strong. He's the father figure. He's the authority for them. It tells me he is also very truthful. It tells me he thinks a lot, though. He's a thinker. He's very smart. There's some type of transition going on for them, or some type of movement. Six of Swords. So they're moving out of troubled waters, whatever's been going on. That tells me also that there's something, they're moving on troubled waters, but there's some emotional baggage. Looks like that's there. I have the Four of Swords. It tells me that there's some renewal coming. There's some rest. There's some renewal coming for whatever's going on. That's what it's telling me as far as the four. Then I have the three. I have the Empress. So it tells me the Empress is telling me that there's going to be some healing, nurturing, beautiful abundance. I see that there's good, loving energy around your children and your son. But I also feel like there could be possibly something financially, or maybe some fears or some insecurities, possibly. But that's no, it's just insecurities in whatever's going on. But things are going to work out. So whatever situation is going on, or if there's anything that was legal, possibly, that's going to work out in his favor. And it also looks like with the Justice card, tells me things are going to come to, it's a win-win. Whatever's going on, it's okay. It's all going to work out beautifully in his favor. So that's what it's telling me. And there's going to be balance brought. So it also tells me the Eight of Pentacles is something that's been worked on. He's working on something, whatever this is. He's developing new skills. I feel like maybe some type of, I don't know if he's doing an apprenticeship or he's does something where he's working on something. He's building skills. So something he's working on is telling me is going to come to fruition for him. So I got the Nine of Pentacles. So that's self-fulfillment, luxury. That means fulfillment, abundance. So I feel like whatever he's working on for himself and whatever the situation is going to pay off financially for him. And it's also going to make him be proud and strong and abundant. And that's what I get. But I have the Page of Cups. So yeah, when you ask about your grandchildren, for sure, they're going to be okay. Gift, something is coming to them that's going to be beautiful. They're very connected. I feel intuitively, your grandchildren. So I feel like there's something that things are going to be good for them. I don't feel anything. I don't see anything dark. The first card that jumped out of the whole deck was the Sun card. So it tells me there's beautiful, there's joy, there's going to be, whatever the situation. There's a little child on a horse, a white horse in the Sun card. So that's beautiful. That's what it told me. So looks like everything is solid. I feel like, so if you want just an update, it looks like things are okay for them. They're making some transition. There's some resting, some renewal going on for him and some nurturing going on right now. So things are going to work out because I feel like maybe there's some ill health or some type of negative thoughts or maybe something going on, possibly it could be worried about money or financials or something along that line, but it's going to work out. That's what it told me. All right, Sharon, thank you for the super sticker. And I hope that resonated with you. Cool. Let's ask. So, first thing I get is the King of Swords. So that tells me that you're very intelligent. She's mentioned to me. You're very smart, but he also tells me you overthink. She's telling me she thinks too much. So she's telling me she uses her head over her heart a lot. So there's a lot of racing thoughts I feel at times for you. And what I get also is the Four of Cups. So this tells me that there's something you're feeling unfulfilled in some way. She's telling me. So she's telling me that you've been trying to maybe you've been meditating, or she's telling me she wants you to connect more with meditation because the Four of Cups card is a meditation card. It's something that you'll receive feeling unfulfilled. That's what it's telling me because I have the Seven of Swords after that. So it tells me that she's telling me you're very strong, but also feel that maybe at times that you feel that maybe people betray you or you've been betrayed in your past. That's what she's telling me. But she's also telling me that you're very strategic. So she's telling me what you do, you plan, and you make it happen. Then I have the King of Pentacles. So she's telling me in the future, if you haven't already, that thing she's telling me you're going to have abundance. Financially, you're going to be secure. She's also telling me possibly that there may be some type of opportunity for you financially, maybe a new business, some type of venture that you may go out to. It's going to be very prosperous for you, she tells me. Because she said you're very generous. That's what she told me. You're very generous. I have the Six of Wands. So she's telling me she's recognizing. She's telling me you're making beautiful progress. She's telling me that self-confidence. She says that you're confident. She's acknowledging that she wants you to continue to build that self-confidence. Also tells me as you're moving forward, things are going to work out for you, victorious. You tell me you're transitioning beautifully along in your journey, and things will work out for you. And I have the Ace of Wands. So it tells me there's going to be some type, possibly a new project coming your way. Like I mentioned, that will be very beneficial for you financially. And also tell me you're going to have some urge to create something new. Something new is going to come. You're going to feel inspired. That's what she's telling me. But she's also telling me there's some heartbreak. The Three of Swords. So there's some heartbreak that she's telling me that's going on. So it could be something that happened in your past. Could be her passing. She's telling me there's some heartbreak there about what's going on. But she's also telling me with the Nine of Cups that everything's gonna work out. The Nine of Cups is your wish come true, fulfillment. You're gonna be you're gonna feel fulfilled, health wise, money wise, your life. She's telling me you're gonna be very content and very stable. So she's telling me. But she said there's some burdens. You have some burdens. The Ten of Wands, that's burdens. That's hard work. That's putting a lot of there's a lot on your plate. Is what she's telling me. Then I have the Two of Wands after that. So it's telling me you're making progress. So I feel there may be a trip. She's telling me maybe there would be a trip in your future, maybe something you're planning, or there will be something that you're going to be planning in your future as a trip. So she's telling me you're making decisions. You're discovering a lot about yourself, but you're making progress in your journey. Is what she's telling me, as I mentioned before. She said you're going to get a lot of new ideas, a lot of new creative ideas. You're also, she's telling me you've always been the asking questions type of and very inquisitive when you were younger. So she's mentioning to me. And the Ace of Swords. So yes, so she's telling me you're very strong mentally. You're going to have this clarity that you're seeking, and this victory. That's what she's telling me. You're going to be very victorious, very sharp-minded. So she's telling me things are coming. New ideas are going to flow to you. And then I have the Judgment card. So she's telling me with the Judgment card that this is an awakening for you. This is part of the journey. You're going to have that beautiful, abundant. And as far as this is a rebirth, a new phase for you. So she's telling me that. But I also have the Five of Swords holding up my whole deck on this reading. So it tells me there's some conflicts up here. That's what she's telling me. So she's telling me to let those fears go. It's only temporary that you get these thoughts and then you release them. She's telling me you're transitioning and you're working out. Everything's going to work out beautifully for you. So looks like everything is great. She says everything is good. She's feeling great. She's in a good place, and she's telling me you're moving towards that as well. So hope that resonated with you, Muse, and thank you for the super sticker. All right. Sure. Congratulations, Stacy. That's awesome. I'm just going to say, what's that look like looking forward or moving forward? So, Two of Cups comes out. So you agree to this. This is something it's telling me. This is something that I feel you were connected. You felt maybe pulled that way. It's telling me. Then I have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is something that's going to bring you financial abundance. It's gonna bring good money for you. I also feel like this is long-term success. This is going to be, I feel like, maybe something long-term, possibly. I have the Emperor card, so I feel like you're a leader, or you will become a leader. If you're not in this starting out, you will become a leader. That's what it's telling me. Some type of leadership. You're going to be respected in this field. You're very practical, but you will have some conflicts with the Five of Swords, temporary. So it could be thoughts and words. So maybe some of the things you think, or maybe some of the things that are said, there may be some conflicts with that stuff. Okay. Abusive relationships. So that deck also could tell me that maybe just be careful energetically of maybe some of the things you say or think, because some of the things that are going to be reciprocated could be not abusive, but it may not be good energetically. So that they're just telling you to just kind of be careful as you project and what you put out, because the Queen of Swords tells me you have very strong boundaries around you. It also tells me you speak your truth. So it tells me possibly because you have a different perspective than others, that maybe some of the things that are telling me is that could be what they're telling me, to kind of just watch how you energetically put out. That's what they're telling me, because I have the Death card. So that tells me like this is something, because of that, this is some type of metamorphosis. This is a change for you. So whatever this is, I feel like this is something that is this is new for you as you're moving forward. New beginnings, a change. But I also feel like there could be, as we move along in this journey, maybe some disappointments. Maybe you're disappointed by others around you, possibly. That could tell me maybe there's some failures about things around you. Not saying you specifically, maybe there's some things around you that you will see. Okay. possibly moving forward. But also tells me you're very hardworking and you're going to persevere through this. This is a long-term view. As the seeds have been well planted, you're going to have results. So this is an investment for you, not only energetically but financially because of your time and all that. It tells me it's going to be a solid investment. It's going to work out in the long run. But there will be some changes with the Tower card. That means that could be your pride at times. So that doesn't mean it's going to be a disruption. That tells me just your pride sometimes may that's what they're telling me. Just how you say things or how you project sometimes. That could be how we feel, like prideful for ourselves. They're just kind of telling me that could be disruptive in this environment at times, is what they're kind of telling me. And it tells me you may have some anxieties. Not saying I mean everything. We all have our ups and downs, but it tells me you may have some anxieties about something. Not anxieties, but maybe some thoughts that you disagree with. It could be worries. That's a better word to use. Some worries maybe about some of the things that you may see. But it tells me you've been manifesting this. This is a new opportunity for you with that Page of Pentacles, and this is going to be something beneficial for you. Okay, so it tells me you will have every job has its ups and downs. So there's telling me you will have some ups and downs, maybe some disruptions here and there. But it's how you project your energy out, and it's what you manifest. As I mentioned, the Page of Pentacles. It's how you manifest your energy is what you're going to receive in return. So it tells me the King of Swords. Once again, the King of Swords. You use your mind over your heart. So sometimes this may get in the way of the worries and those types of things, but also tells me that you're very disciplined, you're honest, and you're truthful. And to stand in your own and be you. Okay. They're just telling me energetically what we put out is what we'll receive. Yep. And it tells me that contemplate what you say and what you do before you do it. That's what they just told me with that Four of Cups. So it will work out for you. They're just telling me energetically, this is something you manifested, and what you put out is what you're going to get in return. Hope that resonated with you, Stacy, and thank you for the super sticker. Mainstream has taught us that red represents love, but we know they introvert everything. Well, to me, love is represented with green, because when I meditate and I'm from a place of love, I see green. So that's usually what I feel. But I also, I mean, it depends. Sometimes I get different colors. But let me see what the red is behind it. Well, first thing I get with the red is I'm getting blood. But let me see what spirit has. What does the real meaning of the color red mean? Is it a good thing or a bad thing when it comes to love, or however they put it out? Please and thank you for your assistance. All right. Okay. First card I get is the Nine of Cups. Usually that's a fulfillment card, a wish come true. But what that tells me, that's some type of luxury. So I feel that red represents royalty or people who supposedly think they're higher than others, because I have the Four of Pentacles, which is money. These are very shady people who are miserly. I feel like these are people, like that's what it means. I feel like something that tells me I'm above you financially is what I feel the red represents, because there's challenges. There's something that there's going on. I feel like that's their defense. It's like their way of saying, hey, we're better than you. That's what I feel, because I have the King of Pentacles after that. That's a financially abundant card. That's something to do with investments and practicality. So I feel like that's their way, whoever this may be, is telling, because I have the Three of Wands. That's an expansion. That's a commerce card. So I feel that there's something tied to, not with love, it's about finances and money, because I have the Four of Wands as my final. That's a celebration card. That's a get together. So I feel like there's a group of them who've put this together with the red that tells me that this is something that's their way of celebrating that we're better than you. That's what I feel that they're giving us. Yeah. And this is something that's happened way, way in the past with a Six of Cups. Something that's happened. many ancestors ago, many generations ago. It's happened. This is a nostalgia card. So they get joy from this. This is what they're telling me. They're telling me whatever the light is telling me, these people, whatever this is, I haven't got a dark card yet, but I know this isn't of the light. I know that. And the magician. Yep, that tells me everything I need to know. That things aren't as they appear. The abracadabra. Look here while we do this. So it tells me that that's their way. That's their way of that some type of magic is associated with that. It could be financial magic or something along that line is what I feel that is related to. And it's not, the magician is not as they'd appear. So they'd say red is for love. No, it's not. And I have the 7 of Cups. It became wishful thinking on our part. Once it started, once that illusion started, it was tied in, and it was our wishful thinking is, oh, that's great. Red is love. I see, because the blood in your body is red. That's where I feel like that's how we connected it. We had this illusion and we connected it that way. That's what they're telling me. And the Page of Wands, yeah, because we were inspired to do that, or we were pushed into that. That's what it tells me. So that means inspiration. That means it was discovered. Like somebody say, here you go, and we discovered it, but it really wasn't the case. So that tells me when it comes to this, yeah. And I feel like it's a sense of taking away freedom in this case. With the Page of Wands, that's a freedom card. So it tells me that was their way of taking freedom away. So I feel like this is cabal for sure. Yeah. 6 of Pentacles, giving and receiving, balance. So it tells me that's their way of taking from us and deceiving us is what they're doing. Yeah. Because we're generous in nature. That's why this is the way we've led this, because in our souls, we're generous beings. We're beings of light, and we want to trust, we want to love. That's the reason why they've taken advantage, because of that. So yes. Yep. And 8 of Swords, I'm not going to pull another one that tells me we've been imprisoned by that. So the red, it's imprisonment. So when you see the red, white, and blue, there's a reason why that those colors are selected. I'm telling you. So, and whatever colors of the flags of each country, there's a reason why those colors were picked for specifically. So that tells me it was imprisonment. It's to hold us back. So this is to hold us back. So I'm telling you, this is all related to, I feel, financially. It's about people who think they're higher than us. The red for royalty, and people say it's usually purple, but this one, I feel there's red to this. So there's red to that. That's what I feel. So that's what I'm getting here. And I have the 2 of Cups holding up my deck. See, my light gets brighter. This was agreed to in the past. This was an agreement. So multiple people have agreed to this. This was something that was put out based on an agreement of people. So this is why we feel it's related to love, but it's not. It has nothing to do with that. Hope that resonated with you, DHP Jr., and thank you for the super sticker. Wow, that was heavy, man. All right. Let's find out. Sunflower. Let's hope so. I'm going to send some light and love out to your mom, Rosemary. Sunflower. I see there was some disruption, the Tower card in the past. So some type of sudden changes happen. Okay, so they got the Page of Pentacles. So what I'm feeling with that is that's something that is you're manifesting. So I feel like this is something that's going to come to fruition. That's a soft pages are soft yeses. So that's not a hard ace, but I feel like yes, that this is what's in the plan now. There's been some disruption. That's why she's where she's at, is what it's telling me. I have the King of Swords after that. So it tells me that there's going to be some clarity in this situation moving forward, okay? And I have the 8 of Wands after that. So it tells me in your immediate future, I don't know how Spirit doesn't usually tell me in 2 days, a week, but I feel like in your immediate future, coming soon, that you're going to have some change, some news. Some news is going to come towards you that's going to be beneficial. So I feel like the Page of Swords, so there's going to be some new ideas and things that have been thrown around, some clarity possibly. And I have the Ace of Swords, so there's going to be victory. Ace of Swords come out after the Page of Swords. There's going to be some victory, okay? And also with the Ace of Swords, that could have been a surgery or something along that was going on, or some type of clarity. So there's going to be victory for that, okay? That's what it's telling me with the Ace of Swords. There's going to be some decisions that are going to have to be made. Two of Swords comes out. So it tells me there's some decisions that will have to be made, okay? Excuse me. And there's a Five of Wands, so temporary conflict or temporary bump in the road, okay? That's what it's telling me. But things are going to work out. Three of Pentacles. So I feel like there's going to be something that's going. They're building something. So it's improvement. There's going to be a team of people working together for your mother. And I have the Star card. So it tells me she's going to be, I feel like things are going to be beautiful. There's going to be hope. They want you to have hope. They want her to have a hope and renew and remain calm. That's what they're telling me. She's going to be the star of the show. So I feel like there's going to be some people taking care of her, a group of them. They're going to be good. They're going to be able to help her. Okay. There's going to be some little bit of setbacks, as you mentioned, as I mentioned before with this, there will be a little bit of bumps, but they will proceed and things will work out, I feel. Okay. So something's going to come to an end. Okay. 10 of Swords. Something's going to come to an end. That just means it could be, like I said, she has some loss, something that's gone on. So I feel like that's what she's kind of been battling, but that's coming to an end for her. The Chariot. Yep. So there's going to be movement. She's going to take a transition back home. There's going to be travel involved for sure. So with that Chariot card, it's going to be movement towards, there's going to be transition, victory. Okay. So, yep, looks like and I want you to be courageous. That's what they're telling me. Be strong, be courageous. So it tells me the Eight of Swords is the base of my deck. That tells me that there's some self-thought of not being able to come home. That's that self-doubt. That's the imprisonment of our own mind. That's what it's telling me. So we need to release that energy, and your same thing for your mom, okay? So keep pushing that energy out and keep reminding her to tell her to keep pushing this energy that she's already healed. She's going back home. Those are the things, and you guys have to release the fears because that's holding you guys back energetically for healing the body for her, okay? And I hope that resonated with you, Sunflower. Thank you for the super sticker. Things are moving along. Yes, you can, Kimber. Kimber, just like a general reading. What can you tell me from Spirit, please? Highest light left. Tell me about Kimber, please. Thank you for your assistance. Why did my music cut off? All right. The heck is going on? My phone, dude, my electronics today have been going crazy. Has anyone else's electronics been going insane today? Literally, like my TV hasn't worth a crap today as far as like the signals coming in. Now my Amazon Music that I was listening to kicked me out. I mean, it's literally like not working. Keeps playing the same song over and over again. Like and the song that's playing, believe it or not, is "Send Me an Angel." I don't know if that's a coincidence by the universe, which it never is, but I just figure that's funny. It's a situation that keeps coming up. Has anyone else had any issues with that stuff today, man? Because it's been crazy. Sorry, Kimber, I didn't forget about you. I just was trying to look at my thing and my phone isn't working. So turn this off real quick. General meeting. Anything about to tell me, Kimber, moving forward. Thank you for your assistance. Oh, yeah. Let's see what Spirit has. Page of Pentacles. So something possibly financially is coming for you. You're manifesting something. Also tells me you're working on some skills. So I don't know if you're learning something new, or maybe working on your skill, like spiritually. Maybe you're working more. Maybe there's a desire for you. That's what it tells me. Your desire to manifest something, or desire to learn something. I have the King of Wands. So it tells me you're a visionary. You're a leader of some sort. So it tells me that you're good at overcoming challenges. You have a zest for life. It tells me you're a big picture person. You see the bigger picture. So that's what they're telling me. But it also tells me there's some heartbreak with the Three of Swords. There's some heartbreak. Maybe you're learning things. Maybe there's some things that from your past as well, or maybe you're learning some things about what's going on now that's causing you some heartbreak, some sorrow, as it's looking like. And I have the Page of Wands. So it tells me that you're getting a lot of new ideas. You've been inspired. I feel like to learn about not only yourself but learn new things. You've been inspired recently with that Page of Wands. So then I have the Devil card. So it tells me that there's some dark thoughts. Maybe there's some dark thoughts around you. There could be your shadow self. Maybe that's what it's telling me, that maybe some shadow stuff that you need to work on. That tells me also that comes back to the heartbreak. There's some things that you need to work on. Maybe there's some dark thoughts that come into your mind at times, possibly, and there's some type of attachment energetically. Doesn't mean it's dark in nature with the Devil card. Just means that there may be something that keeps coming back that's attached from your past, like that your heartache, your loss, whatever this is telling me that there's something that keeps coming back. But you are going to defeat it, because I have the Sun card. That tells me like you're going to have joy, abundance. These things are going to work out. You're moving forward. There's going to be celebration in your life as you move forward. All is well. That's what they just told me. And I got the Nine of Pentacles. So you're standing in your own. You're learning about yourself. You're becoming strong. The fruits of your labor as you move forward are coming to fruition. It tells me your rewards are coming your way. Luxury, self-fulfillment. That's what it tells me. Financial independence. All these things are coming for you. I have the Ace of Cups. If you're not in a relationship, you will be. I feel like you're going to have some renewed love. If you're in a relationship now, I feel like that love is going to be renewed, and it's going to be overflowing. If you don't have someone in your life at this point, you will have somebody moving forward in your future. And I feel like this person is going to be very loving, and some type of proposals coming for you in the future. So yes, something, and I have the Eight of Pentacles. So it tells me you're working on something. You're very diligent. So it tells me that this is a work in progress. Okay. So it's telling me as you're moving through this, you're developing skills, or you're going to develop skills in your future as you move forward. The Hermit card. So it tells me you're soul searching. You're soul searching. So they're telling me exactly that inner guidance. I feel like you're being inner guided by the Spirit. I feel like there's a calling for you that you're kind of being pulled for. I feel like your path is being illuminated with this Hermit card. You're a very old soul. That's what they told me. Page of Cups. So you're going to get, and if you don't get them now, you are going to in your future. You're going to get very intuitive messages, very creative ways about how this is going to come to you, or you're very creative in what you do. In these ideas, you're a very creative person, as they're telling me. Happy surprises. That's what they just told me. And Four of Pentacles. So you're going to do well financially. You're holding on. You're something. But also tells me there's some things you're holding on to energetically, whatever, something tangible you're holding on to. But that usually means something energetically for me. So it tells me you're releasing. You need to release it. But also tells me that you're going to be okay financially. So if you made investments in your past, they're going to come to fruition for you. Okay. And the Strength card. So tell me, be courageous. Be the strong person you are, a strong energy you are. Be focused. Be very compassionate as you are, and be open to love and giving love and receiving love abundantly as you always have. So that's what they're telling me. And to focus. The Moon card. Trust your intuition. That's what it tells me. Trust your intuition. Release fears, because the Moon card could be fears and dreams as well. So it's telling me release those fears. If you have anything that's been weighing on your mind and your spirit, and I feel there is, because I can feel it here, I feel like this needs to be let go. Okay. You need to let it go. You're making transition. You're making progress. Trust your intuition. The more you do that, the more these gifts that you're working on, these skills are going to develop. Okay. And the Empress. Yep. Nurture yourself. Exactly. I love it. I have to pull cards sometimes. I start going and I just start going, and literally I'll pull cards, and like a card or two later, it's exactly what I just said. So that tells me like it comes down to it that they want you to nurture yourself. It tells me you're also very abundant. You're going to be abundant. You're going to be able to help others and nurture others in the future. That's what it's telling me. If you don't do that now, you will. You're going to have a big part of that. So I hope that resonated with you, Kimber, and thank you for the super sticker. Thank you, Sharon. All right, Sharon, let's see what we got. Did I answer that? Let me see. Sharon. Okay. So I did read that one earlier. I see. Okay. So I see that super sticker 3 times. I'm just trying to go through and make sure I got all your questions, okay, Sharon? All right. Oh, so Sharon, you got to figure it out. Good. Thank you for the super sticker. And I did read that for you earlier, so I hope that resonated with you. Thank you for the super sticker once again. According to Sumerian text, the word sin means genetic defect. Oh, that's a good one. Is this true? First card I have is 7 of Swords is a no card. That's a no for me. That tells me that's a strategy. There's trickery. There's deception there. Then I have the Fool card. So it's to lead people off, I feel, because we're naive. That's what the Fool card tells me. We're the fool. We're naive. So it was very strategic in why they put this out. And I have the 8 of Swords is to imprison us. It was to control us with the 8 of Swords, negative thoughts, entrapment. Ace of Swords, because they didn't want us to have breakthroughs in clarity. That's exactly why that they did this. It's to create a new conflict. Queen of Swords tells me that it was to hide the truth. Based on how this is reading, it says tell me it was to hide the truth of really what was going on as sovereign beings, so we can learn the truth. We don't know what it is. So it's telling me that's why they did this. And the King of Cups, that's usually emotional supportive card, but also can mean deceptive. That tells me some type of energy, male energy, or whatever this is from the past, agreed to this. It says this is what is to deceive. It was to deceive. Knight of Cups, yes. It was a creative way for them to put the message out that that's what it was, but that wasn't it at all. It was proposed. That was a proposal that they put out. And it was a 5 of Pentacles. So I feel it was to bring fear and loss and to make people feel left out and to segregate and separate them at that time with the 5 of Pentacles. That's loss, fear of something, walking away, ill health. So that's what it's telling me. They put this narrative out creatively to say that this was some type of ill health genetic defect to segregate. 7 of Pentacles. So this was something that was done for a long-term view. So when you were hearing this about these texts, it was way beyond that. This was thought about to push into future generations is the reason why this was a long-term view. This was something a plan so it would have a delayed success. So this was all planned for sure. And it was a 10 of Pentacles. So it tells me it was all planned to disrupt the family unit with the 10 of Pentacles. It was to disrupt the situation, contentment, fulfillment. This is exactly why they put this out. And the Eight of Wands tells me this was news. It was, but I feel maybe something is going to change with that soon. We're going to receive some news, and I feel like we're going to learn something differently about this situation as we move forward. Yep. Something that's been held on to with the Four of Pentacles. So they've been holding on to this information for some time. So this is coming towards us. And it was dark. The devil's involved. I have the devil card. So it was dark. The darkness has been holding on to this information for some time. The Six of Cups, this is way a long time ago. They've been holding on to this, but this message is going to come to us. Yep. It was to create challenges and competition, as I mentioned. Yep. Conflicts. The Emperor, but there's going to be some of there's good coming of it. The Emperor card. There's going to be justice. There's going to be some type of fulfillment. So this is something that's taken over, the Two of Cups. So there's something that's been agreed to upon now to push this information out. So we're going to have this information, I feel, come to us because the base of my deck is the Eight of Wands. So something's been agreed to upon from the good and the dark, that the dark is taken over now and the news is going to come. But this was always to imprison us and to segregate us is what I got. Thank you for the super sticker, Mr. Dennis. Hope that resonated with you. All right. Because the idea of everyone is you pushed out, consider black magic, or is it a form of parallel reality jumping? No one gets hurt because you're attracting a different version of them. Is the idea of everyone is you pushed out. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're saying the energy we put out affects others. So, okay. Okay. I think that's what you're meaning by that. I'm just going to ask based on what I'm getting. Okay. So we're attracting a version of it. Okay. So everyone. Let's see. That's an interesting question. First card I pulled is the Ten of Pentacles. That's a fulfillment. That's family. That's total card. So I feel like when we talk about everyone, that's what that Ten of Pentacles is representing. Everybody, the collective, your energy is out. That's fulfillment. Your legacy card. So they have the Death card. So yes, it tells me it's exactly what it is. It's telling me that this is something that you jump. It's a parallel. I feel like this is something that you do in order to not. I feel like transition. It's a metamorphosis. So I feel that means you're weaving in between times, reality jumping, as you mentioned, the versions of it. Because I have the Seven of Cups. So there's multiple avenues and multiple. That's the wishful thinking illusions. So it tells me that there's interweaving of different timelines and things of that nature. So I feel that when you asked about death, so you not get hurt, that's exactly what I feel. And I feel the reason why you have options, you jump like this because of the Seven of Cups. I have the Three of Pentacles or the Three of Wands. That tells me that that's part of the progress. Those are journeys. You do take journeys. We do move. We do constantly move in action with that energy. It's part of the progress. It's part of our expansion in order for us to experience multiple timelines in multiple realities is what I feel. And there's Two of Swords. So yeah, there's decisions based on our actions. That means we can go one way or the other based on how we manifest and the energies that we're putting out. As you mentioned, everyone is you pushed out, which is true. So there's some stalemates, there's energies, there's some type of contemplation. There's some things that go on. And I have the Ace of Wands. So yes, it's what we urge. It's what we create. The urge that we do. We create our realities with the Ace of Wands. So it tells me there's part of our growth. There's unlimited potential is what that tells me. It also tells me that it's your willpower and your desire. And then I have the Magician card after that. So yes, that tells me we're magician, we're magic, we're magical. We're able to transition through these timelines, these parallel universes, things of that nature, because we have all those tools that God gave us. Those are divine tools with the Magician card. And it's how we take the action, because I have the Knight of Swords. So that means we go there to transition. It's like a transition card, the Knight of Swords. So that means action, ambition. So you take action, and I feel like there's something that comes through. what I want to get is defending. So maybe you go and defend, or this is part of what you're doing to make this progress. Because I feel that there's endings. So I feel you go and you fight these battles spiritually. This with everyone. I feel like our energies go out, and it's always constant. What I mean by battles, it means dark versus light. So that also tells me, like, yes, but those tells me that these things come to an end. Every one of these interactions that we have, they come to an end. The Ten of Swords tells me painful endings or completions, something that was strategized. That's what it tells me. So it tells me, and also when you're asking about it, so you don't get hurt, that's exactly what that tells me. The reason why you do that is so you don't have defeat, so you don't have those ill health and things of that nature. Because I have the Star card. You're divine. We're divinely guided. We're of the light. We're the star of the show. So it tells me divinely guided. That tells me this is something that we have to do, but we're divinely protected by other energies as well. And I have the Chariot, so we do move, we transition. So it tells me exactly we jump, we reality jump, we parallel jump. It's constant movement. Like I mentioned earlier, our energy is constantly in motion. We're moving. So this is how we project. And I don't see black magic. I don't see anything dark with anything that comes to black magic. So I feel like when it comes to this, this is something that is a gift from the divine. This is a divine gift of the light. And I feel we go there to fight. As I mentioned, in transition, this darkness into light. They come to painful endings, complete endings, but they're done. And I have that this is the Ace of Cups, and this is something it's to help fill and fulfill your destiny. And it's something that you do out of love, and it's something the divine does that gave you those abilities out of love. So it's part of your fulfillment, so your cup could overflow and you master your ascension. So that's what it's telling me, DHB Junior, and I hope that it resonated with you. Thank you for the super sticker. I bet you, Mr. J. Rocco, if you wanted to manifest, I bet with your energy, you could do a pretty good job of it, man. But I'm going to ask. Will he be successful? And how will that look? I'm going to ask how will that look looking, how you manifest that. Will you be successful? Will he be successful? And how will that look manifesting? Please and thank you. First card, Six of Wands, victory, public recognition. This is something that you're going to make progress, and they want you to have self-confidence. And then I have the Sun card after that. So it tells me a real spirit of light and love is coming, joy, fulfillment, success. All is well, rebirth, as you mentioned, a new spirit, a rebirth. That's what the Sun card means to me. And it tells me that the Eight of Pentacles, high standards of light. This is something that's going to be worked on. This is something that's going to take some time, some diligence, some repetitive tasks. They're telling me there's going to be some repetitive tasks that need to take place for you when you're asking about how you manifest this moving forward. I have the Queen of Pentacles. So they're telling me you got to do it in a practical manner for you, but also in a nurturing, open heart way. It also tells me like this is something that it's going to be a work. I feel like your parents are going to step in and help you. I don't know why. I got a working parent for some reason. So it tells me there's something you're going to work on this, but I also feel that your parents are going to help you manifest this from the other side. And I have the Nine of Pentacles. So yes, tells me your fruits of your labor are going to come to fruition for you. You're going to feel fulfilled. You're going to have you're going to be the rewards are coming. That tells me that you are going to manifest this. It's going to take some time and some diligence on your part. But it also tells me that there's some the Three of Swords. So there's fear of not letting it come to fruition. That's what it's telling me with that Three of Swords. There's some fears or there's some doubts that you may not be able to make this happen, or you're heartbroken about what you've learned about the spirit of Christmas. The other one. I have the King of Wands. So it tells me you're a leader. You're a visionary. This is something that you've done and you have the skill. You're able to stand. You're a fire sign with the King of Wands. I know you're a Sagittarius, so you're a fire sign. So it tells me This is something you're going to do. You're going to be very focused on this. But it tells me you're going to overcome these challenges as part of being a leader in this. And I have the Hermit, your very old soul. This is something that this is a spiritual awakening for you. This is part of your job with the lantern. I feel you're the Hermit with the lantern. You're blazing a path of illumination for others to follow. That's what they're telling me right now. You're going to seek this. You're going to get it. Two of Cups. This is something you agreed to. You agreed to do this. This is something with the Two of Cups, an agreement. You're doing this out of love. This is something that is going to bring you're attracting this new energy. That's what it's telling me. You're connected that way because there's been imprisonment. Eight of Swords. So it tells me also you need to let go of some of these doubts in your mind that held you back up here. But it also tells me you're going to help release this imprisonment and these things that we've had. This is part of what you've agreed to do. Because then I have the Fool card. I'm not even going to pull any more. That's part of the journey. You're taking us on a new journey. This is what you're doing. You're blazing a path for all of us. And this is what it tells me. And the Three of Cups comes up. Celebration for all. Celebration, the community, the love. So this tells me you have a huge part to do with this, but you're going to have to be diligent on it. You're going to have to consistently project that this is what you're doing. Project it like it's already here, but you're going to have to connect multiple times and keep going. And your parents are going to step in and help with their energy too, and your guides. I just got your guides, and your angels are going to step in too. So you're going to collectively manifest, but it starts with your energy. That's what they're telling me. Okay. So there's going to be celebration in the future. Be diligent, and things will work out. Thanks for the super sticker, Mr. Reality by J. Rocco. Hope that resonated with you. See, my chat always jumps around. And if you're here, no more super chats, please. For all of you guys who know, if you haven't already, I might be at the bottom of the chat. But if I haven't already, no more super. We're almost at 2 hours already. So, did I ever live in Delphi? And was I one of the oracles of Delphi? Oh, nice. Delphi. Never lived in Delphi. She an oracle. One of the oracles of Delphi. I think you already know the answer to that question. I just got that. She already knows. All right. First card I pulled, even before I pulled it, I said, I think she already knows this, but I got the Judgment card. So that tells me that was part of your awakening. That's also a calling of yours. The trumpet, that's a calling. So I feel like that's something that you do. It's exactly right. And I have the Justice card. So it tells me yes. Those are two strong yeses for sure. I feel like you help bring balance and justice when you were an oracle. So I feel like you provided information that worked out for people's benefit. You help bring balance to their life. Because I have the Five of Pentacles, but I also feel like you help bring balance to people's loss. You help them work through this, but I also feel that this energetically did work. There was some loss and some energetic things and some ill health for you as well in this previous time. I have the Hangman, so yes, you were very enlightened. You had a lot of self-sacrificing in the past. Also tells me that there's some things like you were very good. You had a different perspective of things. So that's why you were an oracle. So yes, you did give information to people. And that's just something with the Page of Wands. So you are very fierce. You're a free spirit. You it's something that just came to you. You were excited. I feel like this is something that would just you were inspired. This was something you were inspired to do, and you inspired others when they were having ill health and loss. I have the Death card. So you did come to an end. There was an ending in the past. You did come to an end. There was death, but it was part of your process, your metamorphosis, your change. So this is something it looks like you did. You did do for sure. And I have the Hierophant. So it feels like there was something that you were part of. As the Hierophant could be traditions. It could be very traditional. It could also mean like others around you, maybe a group of you, a bit high spirit, religious, or connected to spirit, some type of group of oracles, as I mentioned. You were around a group of people who did this as well. So it tells me for sure that it looks like that's very strong. I'm getting very much so that you were part of that. So hopefully that resonated with you, Lady D. And thank you for the super sticker. I've been feeling heavy weight over me, and my energy levels have been very low for the past few weeks. Could you look into why? Yes, ma'am. I sure will. Let's see what we get. Okay. First card I pull is the Four of Pentacles. That's holding on to something. Usually that can mean, if you ask me a financial question, that means very good, security, all that stuff is good in that part of it. But it also tells me there's something you're holding on to. There's something that's what you say, it feels heavy weighted. Literally what they're telling me, when you say it's over me, and the Four of Pentacles, if you've never seen the Four of Pentacles card, okay, there's something on top of his head, there's something on his chest. I mean, literally, this is weight weighing you down. So they're telling me that there's something weighing you down that's been going on. I have the Tower card. So there's something disruptive. I don't know if there's something that's maybe some changes you made to your life. You had some disruption in the past. There's some type of awakening, but also tells me that there's something you need to release with that Tower card. There's something you need to let go of that you're holding on to. The Tower, you have to have a Tower moment. It doesn't mean negatively affects you. It just means you have to let go. You're telling me it has to be a Tower moment with your energy, because the King of Pentacles comes out for me. So that tells me like this is something that you will prosper more from this if you release this information or this feeling, this energy. This was just telling me that it will benefit you. You'll be rooted and grounded again. It's investing in your future and your energy. Usually the King of Pentacles, like I mentioned, is good investments, it's things like that. But it's telling me they want you to invest in yourself, invest in your energetic field, and release. Because I have the Five of Cups, so there's some fears, there's some doubts, there's something that you've been working on, there's some pessimism, there's something in your mind that's kind of been going on. I have the Queen of Wands, so it's telling me like they want you to be courageous again. That's what they're telling me. Like there's some confidence that's been knocked down from me. I don't know what this is from, but they're telling me that there's some confidence that needs to be worked on. You need to release this. You need to have that joy again in your life, that zest, that fiery personality you are. And that tells me that with that Queen of Wands, that your things come to you easily once you kind of open yourself up and energetically to the abundance, because that Queen of Wands is a lucky card for me at times too, with that black cat. Black cats aren't bad things. They're good things. Everything you think is bad is good, and vice versa. So that's how they twisted things. I have the Ace of Wands. So that tells me you're going to be victorious. Okay. You're going to release this information. So you have to release some things. I know this sounds like a broken record to a lot of you who I read for, but it's what spirit, I only say what spirit gives me. And that's a common thing, I think, as we're progressing in this journey, that the most of us need to hear. Even myself, honestly, when I read this, I take a lot of these readings to heart myself, and it helps me build myself as well. So it tells me you're going to be inspired again. You're going to have the urge to create. That means urge to create your future, how you want it to be. There's going to be mental clarity. This is a new beginning. Potential beginnings are coming for you. Okay. So it tells me there's some things you got to let go of. The Star card, energetically, they're telling me that you're being highlighted. This is a highlight time for. That's why you're feeling this energy, because you're getting some energy you have to release. So these downloads you're getting, that's what I want people. They just told me right now is the reason why people feel really bad about these downloads that they're receiving. They may feel heavy, they may feel whatever, can't sleep. It's because we have things that are roadblocks, or they're roadblocking us, like our energy and these scabs and these heartaches and these heartbreaks that we've had in our past, and these things that give us these calluses. That's what these downloads are getting. They're breaking away these scabs and these calluses that we have in order to fill it with something new. So that's why I feel like this is something why we are working the Star card. We're becoming enlightened. We are the star of the show, but also telling me that the Star card is connect to the divine, hope, calm, remain calm, and continue to put that beautiful energy. There's going to be renewal coming. Good omen. Okay. The Chariot. So it's going to move. It's going to transition. It's going to release with the Chariot card, and it's going to come towards you in victory. This is a transformation for you. It's all on your willpower, all on what you project and what you need to let go of. Only you know what you need to let go of. Spirit's not going to tell me specifically what it is, because that's your journey. Two of Swords tells me there's a lot of contemplation, a lot of thinking, a lot of stalemates, contemplation. Those are things that are telling me deadlocks. Queen of Swords. So it tells me you're going to have some truth. You're going to have some clarity. Recharge your battery. Re-energize. Also tells me that your energetic boundary needs to be. You need to take action. Control your energetic boundaries. What they're telling me. I keep seeing energetic like spinning. So there's energetic boundary. So it's telling me you have to be vigilant of what you project and what you allow into your energetic field. But things are going to work out, okay? So it tells me with the Knight of Swords at the base of my deck, it's all on you. You're going to take the action. You're going to take this action in order to overcome this, okay? Things are going to. It's all on your actions, as we talked about. Thoughts lead to words. Words lead to actions. Or thoughts lead to actions, sometimes without words. So it starts here, but it comes from the heart. That's what I want people to realize. Yes, we have these thoughts, but if it doesn't come from the heart, or we have to think about it and think about it and think about it, that means it's not resonating with our soul, and our mind is trying to make sense of something or trying to lead us towards that path that our soul and our heart saying, maybe that's not the best decision. So what they're telling me is they need you to connect with spirit and let go. Okay. There's something you're holding on to. Things are going to work out. Look for your energetic boundaries, and you'll release this based on your intentions. Okay. Thank you, Sunflower. Thank you for your super sticker. Is the Jedi spirituality of Star Wars realistic? Ooh. You know, the funny thing is, I kind of believe, I know that the Force is. I believe that. Let me see what Spirit tells me right away with that. Is the Jedi spirituality of Star Wars realistic? Yes. I just got a yes. Let's see what the cards say now. So the first thing I got was Two of Pentacles. That's a yes card for me. So I feel that I feel like it's an adaptability thing with the Jedi spirituality. I think they adapt to their environment, and I feel like it's the Nine of Cups is also it comes to satisfaction, contentment. I feel like this is your wish come true. So I feel and that's a strong yes as well. Then I have the Strength card. So yes, that tells me that's a strength. That's something that it's you have to develop. And I feel like this is something that's based on inner strength, and requires focus. And I know that they mentioned Jedi focus, but that's what the Strength card also means, focus. It also feels like this is something that we have. Page of Pentacles, yes. So I've had yes, 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 and yes. So it's telling me this is skill. These are skills that we will tap into. We're going to learn how to manifest this, just like you're saying with this Jedi spirituality. Yes, this is something very much so. And it takes diligence. It takes repetitive. It takes things that you're going to have to develop. And I have the Lover's card. So yes, that's something that's done. It's love of the universe, love of all things. Also, I feel like this is energy to becoming one. So the Force and spirituality, I feel like that's a connection that brings us into oneness. That's what I just got is oneness. Two energies become one, brings balance and alignment. This is something that I feel that the spirituality of the Jedi is something that becomes more aligned in with the universe and the energy fields. And the Justice card. So yeah, I feel like there's something to the Jedi, and it's for justice. It's to bring law and order. It's to bring, beautiful abundance and balance to the universe is what I feel that the Jedi spirituality was what it's created for. And I hope that resonated with you, Mr. Dennis, and thank you for the super sticker. All right. All right. The deep dark cult create birthdays to keep us low vibes. Yes. I don't have to pull any cards. What I'm going to tell you right now that I got spiritually before I pulled, is they created birthdays to age us. Your birthday should only be celebrated on your birthday. That's a gift from the universe. You're coming in to be celebrated then is what it's telling me. Just saying, welcome to the universe. Welcome to this plane. But the creation of birthdays on an annual basis is to age you faster. I just got that. It's dark in nature. So that's why we focus on, I'm another year older. I'm another year older. I'm another year older. So, and this is something that it's the time thing as it comes back to time and flipping that hourglass. It's the fact of the manipulation of time. When we have, that's the one thing we have the most abundance with besides energy is time, because we're eternal. So the one thing that they put, once again, everything is flipped. I keep saying flipped. So it tells me that what the thing we have the abundance of, they make it seem like we don't. Hurry. You have to get all this accomplished, all this situation. So let's keep reliving this birthday every year. Plus, what that does is feed the darkness when you go out. What do people do? Buy presents, celebrate this as like an altar almost. You give somebody here. You're not saying it's not done out of love, because that's the intention of the person is. But what I mean is, in general, they're telling me that's why. Same thing with Christmas. People have trees, altars. That's what it's an altar. This isn't the Christmas on the 25th, isn't the real Christmas. That's why it's been flipped. So that's what I feel like. That's the reason why it's the same scenario with Christmas. It is with birthdays. It's something that continuous keep us on the clock. Oh, look, it's Thanksgiving. Oh, okay, another year down. Oh, I'm older another year. Oh, I just had a birthday. So it's all these things that we tie together is what it is that pulls our energy down, and it makes us mortal. If that makes any sense, that makes us mortal. That's what the purpose of that is, to make us feel like we're nothing. We're in this little piece for a little time, and that's it. And we moved on, and we're either going to go to a pit of hell or we're going to go to heaven. And I don't feel like either of that is in the equation either. That's just me, though. That's what I feel. But it also tells me like this is something that's been flipped for a reason. It's to keep us in the dark, keep us held down, worrying about time, not having enough of it, keeping us in that low vibration. So we celebrate it so we know we're older and older and older, instead of worrying about being present. That's what it just told me. Be present. So that means being present every day. So I hope that resonated with you, Tracy, and thank you for the super sticker. I'm going to use my ancestor card, because there's a Jesus specifically card in there. So I have a feeling he may be making a trip into this conversation. So let me pull it up. I love it. So first card I get is the Peacekeeper. So it tells me, yes, it's what you're asking about, the knowledge, but it's also telling me let go of the need to be right. So accessing the knowledge. So it tells me you're going to do that intuitively let go of the ego about will you be able to. It tells me you automatically will. Then I have the Heart Guardian. So it says, that tells me you're let yourself be loved, open to that. And I feel like that's what it's a gift, and it's going to come to you. And I have the Broken Arrow. So this is it. Embrace the energy. So the energy is going to come to you in a peaceful manner. So I feel like you will have it. And I have the Hunter card. So it tells me track down your desires as you've been doing. I'm manifesting this. Also tells me to track down your fears, release your fears. That's what it's telling me, overcome them as the Hunter. And also the Elder card. So there's some ancestral patterns that you have to move past, what it's telling me with the Elder card. So it tells me there's something that as you're doing, you're going to manifest, or you're going to be able to connect with the mystic, the knowledge of it. But there's some patterns that you have to break, that you're going to be doing in this lifetime in order to access that. Because I have the Traveler. So once you're done that, the Traveler card comes out. So then you will be able to transition and make this travel back and forth to this where you receive this knowledge from spiritually. Because I have the Sage card. You're going to have to be devoted and committed to this ascension and to releasing these ancestral patterns is what they're telling me. Because I have the Earth Guardian. tells me stay rooted, stay grounded. This is something that you're doing. It tells me that this information is going to come to you very much so. And the Hermit card comes out. Tells me that's you're retreating to that. Go inside, continue to meditate. This is something that you're going to start to access this information. But also it's telling me you have to let go of some things, ancestral patterns. That tells me you just sever some energy ties from your past. You have the power to do that. Then the medicine mother says, honor your inner knowing. Honor your inner knowing. That tells me you honor your inner knowing. So that tells me that you already know this information. So it tells me that once you're able to move past these ancestral patterns, that this information is just going to start to come from you. You're just going to connect. You're going to travel, and it's going to connect to you so easily. And just so you know, since you asked me, the base of my deck for this whole reading, Jesus Christ, the great teacher. I knew he was going to make an appearance before I even started this reading. So that tells me he held up the whole reading of my deck. So it tells me you asked about Jesus. Yes. So I hope that resonated with you, Light Being Lisa, and thank you for the super sticker. I can't seem to meet anyone. New Hampshire. Let's find out. You might have to move to Old Hampshire. I'm just joking. Let's see what you get, Colleen. New Hampshire looked like a good move for Colleen. Will she meet somebody there? Please and thank you. Okay, first card I got was a 10 of Cups. Fulfillment, happiness, family life. So that means somebody will come in. So I feel like this when you ask about this move, it tells me yes. I feel like there's maybe something connected there. You're going to feel connected there. You've been feeling unfulfilled, like contemplating something, because I have the 4 of Cups. So you've been meditating possibly, or they want you to meditate more, and you've been contemplating this for some time. There's some conflicts. I have the 5 of Swords, so there's conflicts up here. That's what it's telling me. You have some conflicts going on with the 5 of Swords. But there's going to be some news coming. There's going to be some movement. There's movement for you in your future. So I feel like you're going to make your move. Excuse me. News is going to come to you. Okay. I think decisions are going to come quickly for you. Then I have the Chariot card. So it tells me you are going to make your move to New Hampshire. I'm sorry, to New Hampshire. So it tells me that the Chariot, there's movement, victory. That tells me this is a transition portion for you. Ace of Wands tells me you're going to be inspired during this move. There's something it's going to help you grow it's spiritually and just grow as an energy. New beginning. This is a new beginning for you. Page of Cups. So yes, I feel like there's going to be some type of creative way or message, or somebody's going to come. Something is coming to you. The Empress card. So it tells me, yes, motherly energy, abundance, nurturing. So I feel like you're going to be fulfilled. You're going to be in New Hampshire, you're going to feel grounded, rooted. You're going to be connected to nature. I feel like you are connected to nature. That's why I feel like this is part of your move to New Hampshire. I feel like this is something that's going to bring you abundance, prosperity is what I feel in this move. And the Ace of Cups, I'm not even going to pull anymore, because that means the proposal is coming to you. So love is coming into your life. So I feel like this will be a move for you. This move is going to bring you abundance in your life, and it's going to bring you a new love and a proposal. I feel like you will be proposed to in this state if you move there, is what I feel, and your love will be renewed. Okay? So there's going to be some changes. The Tower card comes up, so there's changes coming. So you're going to have to obviously uproot where you are now to make that happen. That's what it tells me. Also tells me your pride, maybe. There's maybe something to let go of, your pride, release, is what they're telling me. King of Pentacles. So there's going to be somebody coming into your life. This is going to be a good financial investment for you as the King of Pentacles. But also tells me this gentleman that's coming into your life will be strong financially. He'll be good. He'll be rooted. He'll be grounded. He'll be very practical is what they're telling me with that King of Pentacles. And the Queen of Swords. It tells me you're the Queen of Swords. So yes, there's going to be truth. There's going to be good connection between you guys. There's going to be boundaries, set boundaries is what they're telling me. There's going to be set up boundaries, and you're going to have your clarity, and the truth will come out for you. So it looks like things are going to be, and there's some nightmares going on for you, or some worrying thoughts is what they're telling me because of the situation. It tells me they're telling me to have you let them go. These negative thoughts and these what ifs and the not ifs and all these other crazy things that pop in our head, that's the energy we continue to put out. So they're telling me there's some thoughts that go on, and there's some sleepless nights and some tossing and turning at times. So it tells me release your fears and project the energy like you've already met somebody, that this move to New Hampshire is beautiful. It's already happened, and things are going to be abundant for you. And that's exactly what's coming to you. That's telling me the energy you put out is what you're going to receive. Okay. So it looks like that New Hampshire move is in your future. But it looks like things are going to work out for you. So you got to just let go of some of this fear like we all have. All right, Colleen, thank you for your super sticker, and I hope that resonated with you. Thank you, Cecilia, for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. Light and love. I thought about buying a new desktop. Suddenly my computer was dying right before my eyes. I apologized and decided not to anymore. And suddenly it worked like new. Do our electronics get attached to us? Yeah, I'm gonna pull some cards, but I feel like there's something to do. See, my light's getting brighter right now. So yeah, as you're asking that question, I feel that there's some connection. I feel that there's AI involved with this. I feel the AI is what it learns us, and I feel like that's part of what the connection is. But yeah, let me see. Do our electronics get attached to us? Please and thank you. So I got the Queen of Pentacles, tangibles. Yeah, I feel there's a connection there. And I feel like there's a practical connection there for some reason. And I have the Queen of Wands. So that tells me that, yeah, I feel like there was something that's very focused. It's very focused on you. That's what I feel. But I also feel like there's something there. The Five of Cups. So it tells me that there's something that they're attached to us, but it also, I feel like it's not good energetically with us, because I feel like there's some loss. There's something going on. There's some grief. There's something going on energetically, like either they don't want to detach from us, or something along that line, because I have the Death card. So I feel like they do. I feel like when things come to an end or things change, things are constantly metamorphosizing. This is what I'm getting. So there's always a constant cycle. It's a cycle of pulling this energy in different directions. What I feel, the connection. So I feel like there is, but I feel like things are going to be coming to an end. I have Three of Swords, so yeah, there's going to be heartbreak. There's going to be loss. So I feel like there is some connection to that, very much so. I have the Ace of Swords, so yeah. So it tells me like there's some attachment. This tells me that Dick's exactly right. And I feel like this is something that breakthroughs, it's success with the Ace of Swords. Also tells me mental clarity. So yeah, I feel like there's something involving that. That's exactly what it is. I feel like there's some type of attachment to it. So energetically, yeah. So I feel like we're going to be in a renewal phase with the Four of Swords, holding up my deck for the reading. So it tells me that there's time to go inside and research, or go inside yourself and kind of detach. So they're telling me from your electronics a lot. So this sort of tells me some type of detachment needs to come, some type of renewal of your energy is what they're telling me. So detach from your electronics. I just learned something new too. And then your energy will replenish. So detox, energetic detox from your computers and all that stuff for sure needs to happen. Then thank you for the super sticker, DHP Jr. I hope that resonated. We have 13 zodiac signs. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So, funny thing is, when you look at a clock, if you look at a clock, so if you go 12 to 6, 12 minus 6 is 6, right? If you go 1 minus 7, that's 6. If you go 2 minus 8 is 6. If you go 3 minus 9 is 6. If you go 4 minus 10 is 6. If you go 5 minus 11 is 6. So there's 6s everywhere on the clock. 12 months was lied to us. And if you look at it, there's what? 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, 24 hours in a day, which 2 plus 4 is 6. So you get 666 all day with that. And you get 6s in every part of the clock. If you go exactly what I said, they're diagonal 1 to 7, 12 to 6, 2 to 8, 3 to 9, and you minus them, that gives you 6s everywhere. So when Nikola Tesla said, if we understood the concept of 369, he wasn't lying. It's everywhere. So that's why that they put it this way. They made it this way. So they changed it from 13 because we had shorter months with 13 months. So that's the reason why that these zodiacs have been adjusted. It's all about manipulation to keep us hidden in the dark. So thank you, Pat McCabe, for pointing that out. And thank you for the super sticker. Trump said upon my inauguration, what will President Trump said in his video the day happen before 2024? Okay, let's find out. Trump said upon my inauguration, well, that happened before 2024. And what was the purpose of the video? Thank you for your assistance. Okay. So when you ask if this is going to happen before 2024, I get a page of wands. That's a soft yes. Also, you're asking me what the purpose of the video, because I asked about that. It's to inspire. The temperance card comes out after that. Yes, it will happen before 2024 in the divine timing. So that means whenever this is meant to come out, it won't come out a second before, not a second after. But it also tells me that there's hidden meanings. What I get with the temperance card is find the meaning of the video. So I feel like there's hidden meanings to the situation to inspire us. And I have the 7 of Swords. So I feel like this is something very strategic that was done. It was for sure done that way. I feel like this is something that they're telling me. And then it was a 3 of Pentacles. So this was something that was worked on. It was a collaboration. So it's telling us that there's something being worked on, is what I was getting from this purpose of this video, is to say we're working on this. This is still a work in progress, just so you guys don't lose hope. So I feel like they feel I don't know why I'm getting this. They feel like they feel the vibe of the collective. They check on the vibe of the collective. So when I feel it's really dipping low enough, I feel like they do something to kind of boost it a little bit, is what I'm getting. So that tells me that's what the situation is. And the Ace of Pentacles. So it tells me I have a hard yes at the end. So I feel like this is just a 5 card. This was a strategy. In the near future, there's collaboration. Things have been worked on. They're building something. This is something they're building on. And then in the future, it's before 2024, we're going to have that, because I asked if it was yes. So we got the Ace of Pentacles. It's going to be a gift, and it's going to be an abundant gift. It's going to be something that's going to be new venture, prosperity, new beginnings for us. Page of Swords. So yeah, it's because this is a creative way of putting this information out. There's a lot of misinformation and disinformation, and that's what that video was about too, if you didn't realize. That's what that tells me, the Page of Swords, gossip and innuendos. There's a lot of bullshit that people have been putting out online, and the narrative from the media, so on and so forth. This was their deceptive way of doing it. So this is their creative way of kind of neutralizing that situation. The Hierophant, yeah, because of the corrupt institutions that this is involving, because the Hierophant is institutions, traditions. So that's what it's telling me. They're telling us that there's corruption in these institutions. And then the Justice card is coming. So yes, this will come. You see how bright my light is right now? Because I feel Spirit so strong today. So it's telling me that this is going to come to fruition. It's going to be a win-win for all of us. Justice will be served. Balance will return to the universe, not just the USA, to the universe, because we've been out of balance. And it tells me the Empress, abundance is coming, beautiful future, healing, nurturing, connected to the universe and nature again. That's all coming for us. So this is what they're telling us, is to remain hopeful. This will happen before 2024. My whole head is tingly right now. My arm hair is standing up on this where my Archangel Michael is. So that's when that tingles for me on my Archangel Michael and the good versus evil arm. It tells me that the angels are speaking to me, and the Temperance card came out. So it tells me it's divine in nature. Things are working out, and it won't happen a second before it's supposed to, but it will happen before 2024 is what I'm getting. And it was a creative way to put out to help give us a little bit of boost to say we're working on it. Things are working and moving forward. Okay. So don't lose hope, and it will come to fruition for us. Hope that resonated, real world witness Chrissy, and thank you for the super sticker. Okay. Let's see. As I mentioned, guys, if there's no more super stickers, please. If you guys want an in-depth reading, yeah, hook me up. Hit me up on Soldier of Light 786. Okay. You can even book a 15-minute pendulum session if you want. You have some few questions you need answered specifically. So we can do a 15-minute session. I can pull cards. I don't always use my pendulum. I always tell people if it's something simple, yes or no, I can usually get you the answer. But if you want a little more in depth, I'll read for you. So, and earlier today, I mean, somebody paid for a 30-minute reading, but the reading was so in depth for me from a person's passed away relative and things that I went over. And I don't matter. It doesn't matter to me. It's not all about money for me in any means. It's just to try to get you guys help. And for some of you guys who ask questions afterwards, like, is this just all about the only way to get my question answered is if I donate money? No, it's not the case. I answer questions for people too for free sometimes. That's just what I do. But like I said, I always do this because it costs me money for me to be able to put this stuff on for all of you. So I really appreciate your guys' donations. You guys really help me push this forward. So you guys are the ones that I come out here for, because honestly, you guys kind of motivate me. Like this funny thing is, I want to share with you too, is before I go to read for people, like earlier, I'm like, okay, I'm motivated. I really want to read. And then right before I go to read, something almost tells me not to read for people. And that's a true story. Tonight, I was like excited. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to read. I almost wanted to jump on yesterday and read. That's what it's like. My energy was saying, my soul was saying, read for people. People need to hear from you. But I took a break. My beautiful grandson left yesterday. So that was beautiful. I was the first time I got to meet him. He's 7 months old. So it was an awesome experience to hang out with that little dude. I'm very connected to him spiritually. And I've been talking to him since he was in my daughter's belly. So spiritually. So I feel like we're very connected. So it was a very good thing for me. Even after they left, I was motivated to do it. And then today, same thing. Right before I was motivated to read for you all. Right before I came on, something almost pulled my energy away and told me, no, don't read for people. Don't go on. People don't want you to go on. So I know that there's a battle constantly that I fight for not just myself, but for others. It's the energy telling me to stay away from you guys and for others to help others. They don't want people being helped. So that's why I feel the energy that I feel sometimes that's what I'm getting. But I push through and I feel good. And you guys motivate me to help you guys. So that's awesome. So thank you. All right, Minerva, see about your near future financially speaking. Okay. So I have the Page of Pentacles in the past. So it's telling me something you've been manifesting something, wanted to bring something into your reality, a financial opportunity. That's what they're telling me. Something you've been manifesting in your past. Something is coming. Something came to an end. Something was painful. Whatever it is that came to an end, it's done. And now I feel like you're a little out of balance with that Two of Pentacles. So you've been weighing some options about what's going on. So it tells me the Magician is your near future. So it tells me that you're manifesting. You've already manifested this in the past, but you have the tools that continue to manifest. So it tells me things are coming. Things are going to come to you because I have the star card as your future. So it tells me you're going to be the star of the show again, to remain hopeful, to remain calm. And these things are, I feel like your financial, this is a good omen. The star card is a good omen for me. And it's rejuvenation. So if you've had a loss financially, you're going to be rejuvenated in the future. And it tells me the high priestess. So you're learning a lot about yourself, even when you're down. So it tells me you need to connect with your intuition more. And I feel like this is something that you're learning. You need to learn to trust yourself. You're very sensitive to things. So they're sort of telling me. Three of Cups. So celebration is coming for you for sure. So I feel like this is something you're going to you're manifesting. Trust your intuition. Continue to use that power inside. You're going to have celebration again. It's going to be beautiful for you. I see. You're making progress. Two of Wands. So there's going to be, it may be in your future. There may be some type of trip or opportunity. You're going to have something presented to you. So that tells me this is planning. You're planning whatever this is that you've been planning and manifesting. Continue to do it from a place of light. You're making progress. Okay. This is expansion. This is part of what you're doing. And the King of Cups. So emotional, like it means being emotionally balanced. It means, continue to push. Don't weigh too much. That's what that Two of Pentacles. Sometimes I think you weigh too much and you kind of get out of balance. Sometimes you're juggling some things. So it tells me you need to find emotional balance with that King of Cups. That means you need to release some of these things. Things are going to work out. Think positively instead of, when sometimes you think positively, sometimes I feel you think negatively because there's some heartbreak, there's some loss from the past. So that's what telling me that emotional balance has to come because there's some heartbreak, some loss, some fears. But the Empress card comes out. So it tells me there's going to be financial abundance in your future. You're going to be rooted again. You're going to be grounded. These are things you're going to be able to help others, even not only yourself, but others. So I feel like your financial future looks very good. And to continue to make progress and make those plans that you've been doing. Okay. And the Page of Wands. So you're going to be inspired again. So things are going to come into fruition for you and you're going to be inspired again. Okay. I hope that resonated with you, Minerva. And I'm sending you light and love. And thank you for the super sticker. Tammy. Oh, awesome. Thank you for the super sticker. You're awesome. Sending you light and love. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yeah. I can definitely do that. You know me. I'm always looking for answers. And the funny thing is, I don't pull cards on myself or anything like that because my energy can all tarot readers, if they pull their own cards, they manipulate the energy of the cards. So that's why it's always good to have somebody else read for you, even if you know how to read your own cards. All right. Between now and January 1st. One card flipped over on me as I was shuffling. It was the Queen of Swords. So, and it flipped back. So it tells me that there's some truths coming maybe. So let's see. What does it look like between now and January 1st? Please and thank you for your assistance. Ooh, I love it. Okay, so in the past, there was the Hermit card. So that tells me that there's some type of truth seeking, some type of illumination, something that's a consciousness change happen in the past. Because I have the Eight of Swords after that, there's some type of imprisonment, there's some type of negativity, victims, entrapment. That's what I feel. When you're asking about before January 1st, so that literally gives us about 2 weeks or so. So it tells me here that, and then I have the Six of Pentacles. So that tells me whatever the situation is that we're going to be receiving a gift, a generous gift is what I feel. And I have the Queen of Pentacles. So they're telling me there's going to be some nurturing, some fulfillment. I feel like we're going to be able to be practical. We're going to have some practical examples and some fulfillment, as I mentioned. And I feel like this is something financially. Also, we're going to have something beautiful, possibly financially, that's going to bring us abundance. And I feel with that, the Two of Cups is my future card. That tells me like in the future there's some type of agreement. So I feel like maybe some type of communication balance also is telling me some type of way, some type of proposal of some sort is going to come, some type of connection. And I feel like there's something that's going to come with the High Priestess. So I feel like this is something that's going to come to us, that's been agreed to, that I feel like it's going to bring purity. I don't know what that means. Purity with the High Priestess card. It's going to maybe wash some of this stuff away, or we're going to have some transition. That's what it's telling me. Maybe some sacred knowledge comes out before the 1st of January. I feel like that's the plan, at least at this time. And I feel like this is something we're going to learn. We're working on our intuitive gifts with the High Priestess card. And then the Three of Cups. So there's going to be some type of celebration, some type of community, teamwork, happiness, something along that line. I feel is going to be moving forward. Then I have the Temperance card. So whatever's coming is in divine timing, and it's something that's divinely guided. And I feel like it's to bring balance and harmony back to humanity and back to the universe. And I feel like there's something, it's done for a purpose, but also telling us to be patient. This is something we've been working on, but there's finding meanings in things. That's what we're learning. We're finding meanings in our own lives as well as what's going on around the world. This is a strategy, 7 of Swords. So something has been strategized about. I feel like this is something because of this trickery that's been going on and the deceitfulness that's been going on. But they're working on it. 3 of Pentacles is something that's been worked on, a teamwork, a collaboration, building something. So something that's been worked on, something that's tangible, that's coming, that's a teamwork, a very much so a teamwork. And the Ace of Pentacles. So whatever this is that they've been working on is going to bring us abundance. Ace of Pentacles, financial abundance. It's a gift from God, new beginnings, prosperity. And I have the 2 of Wands holding up my deck. So it tells me we're making progress. This is going to affect the world, not just us, it's the world. So it tells me that there's some type of growth, progress is being made. So I feel like we're going to start to make progress in this movement, and things will come to fruition a little bit more. We'll have a little bit more clarity is what that's telling me. And this is the best card to pull the 9 of Pentacles. That's an abundance card. That's a sovereign being. So I feel like things are going to change that will bring us sovereignty, and it will bring us financial abundance and luxury and fulfillment. So I feel like we're going to learn some things that mean progress, been worked on. It's going to be a gift, a very generous gift that's coming towards us. So thank you for your super sticker, Chrissy, and I hope that resonated. Irene, thank you very much for the super sticker. Light and love, light and love. Cool. Jab ads continue unfettered undo. What if I ads in charge? Why continue? All right. I do the COVID-19 jabs and all this information continue to be pushed out to be. And will the message machine stop? Please and thank you. So I got the Judgment card. So things are going to be as part of an awakening. There's going to be some type of judgments that are going to be coming down the horn. Forgiveness and redemption. So you're asking, and then I have the 4 of Swords. So there's some type of contemplation. Something has been, so they're contemplating on this information that you keep putting out. And it's something that's like how we contemplate it, as I feel like and I have the 7 of Cups. So there's a lot of illusion. So I feel they're telling people it's the illusion, the choices. It's to give you choice in this situation. But I feel though that's going to come to an end with the Death card. So this is going to come to an end. It's going to end. There's a manipulation. It's a metamorphosis. They're telling me this is something that had to happen. So this is something that there's a lot of illusions out there. So I feel like this is kind of what we're getting toward the end of with the death card. And I feel like there's going to be some information that's going to be coming out about some loss and some with that 5 of Cups, some deaths, some fears. I feel like there's going to be some things coming out, disappointments. I feel very disappointed for some people. And then I had the Devil card. That's the reason why it's still in the hands of the dark at this point. So I feel like that's the darkness that they're putting out. So I feel like that's what the part of it is, the darkness. And I feel with the 2 of Cups, this is something that this has been agreed to. I don't know why, but it looks like it's been agreed to. So there's some type of agreement that happened. So it looks like there's some type of loss, the darkness. So maybe this is what the white hats agreed to with the dark to continue to push this. Because what I feel is this is something in a practical way is going to come out that shows the opposite or the deceit of what this really. That's what I'm saying. The 5 of Cups loss, regrets. There's going to be some regrets and disappointment. So I feel the white hats are in charge, but they're pushing it out, that dark agenda, because it was agreed to, already agreed to push this out for people because it's their free choice. But they're going to find out the people who did this were deceived, and they're going to feel very disappointed. And I have the King of Cups. So there's deception. So I feel like it's so people can awaken to the deception with the King of Cups that's why that is. And it's a long-term view. So this is something that it was planned, long-term view. So it tells me delayed success. So it tells me that the seeds have been well planted. It tells me that people being diligent and being diligent on educating yourself on what's poison, what's not, reading, educating. So I feel this is a free will thing, that the darkness is involved. There's deceit, but I feel like things are going to come to an end with that death card, as I mentioned. And then the Sun card. So I feel like this will come to an end. People are going to be enlightened. There's going to be joy. I feel like there's going to be some type of healing for some people. There's going to be some ways that something's going to come out that's going to help people heal from this stuff. So that tells me that there's going to be, and the High Priestess card is holding up my deck. So it tells me the reading. Intuitively, we already know this, that I know that they're telling me this is something that is connecting you to spirit and to trust your intuition when you feel things are not right. So I feel like this is a awakening. This is some type of divine thing for them that was agreed to, that says, because the white hats are in charge. I know they are. So it tells me that this is something that was agreed to show the darkness. And that's the reason why it keeps putting out. Because what I also just got is the stuff that they're releasing on Twitter. I don't know if this is related, but I just got it, so I'm going to say it. So it tells me that things are related to Twitter, and what's being released is going to come to the mainstream media. So they're going to show the difference in the discrepancies between what's being put out on TV and what's going to come out, and it's going to be pushed out eventually, and it's going to come head to head in a battle, and you're going to see who's going to win will be the light. So that's what it tells me. All right, Chrissy, thanks for the super sticker, and I appreciate that. Will this MSM go down soon? I think so. All right. What kind of starseed am I? Ooh, that's a good one. Well, you're an old soul with the Hermit card. Ooh. Okay. I feel you're a Pleiadian, and I feel you're very old. I feel like this is something but I feel you were imprisoned. So that's what I feel with the 8 of Swords. There's some type of imprisonment. So this is something that you've been going through, because I have the 10 of Wands. This is burden, imprisonment, held back. So I feel like, but I also have the Hangman. So I feel like this is something you're going into. You're enlightening. You're learning about. This is something deep insight. So I feel like part of being here, is to, and I have the King of Pentacles. So I feel the reason why you're here is to bring nurturing, practicality. I feel like this is something generous to bring abundance to the collective because of the heartaches. There's been heartbreaks. It's the Three of Swords. So I see a lot of this stuff. So I feel like this is why you're here. And I also feel the Six of Wands. So I feel like this is something that you've come here to. You've transitioned. You've moved here. This is for victory. This is part of your progress. This is something you wanted to do. I have the Three of Wands. So this is part of your journey. This is part of your expansion. This is something that you've traveled here. You've traveled for sure. This is something you've been preparing for. Seven of Wands. So this is challenges. So you've had challenges. You've overcome them. This is what I feel you're here to do. Persevere. And the World card. So you're here to help the world. You're here to complete karmic cycles here. You're here to take things into transition and help attainment of the light, and the victory for the light is what I hear, is what I'm getting. And the King of Swords, so it's a leader. You came here on your own. You volunteered. You are a leader. You volunteered your energy to come down here to bring clarity, to bring leadership, to bring others. You're very truthful, is what they're telling me. And it's something you agreed to long ago. Six of Cups. So this is something nostalgia. Part of your Pleiadian family. You're down here to support also the others of the universe that are down here. That are it's something that you've agreed to in the past. Happy memories. So I feel like this is something that you're doing. You're bringing this here. There's a tower moment coming. So yes, there's going to be disruption. So that's why you came here, is for the disruptions. And the King of Wands, because I mentioned you're a leader. You're here to bring that passion. You volunteered. This is something, overcoming challenges, the big picture. This is exactly what this was for, is for you to grow. And I have the Seven of Pentacles under my base of my deck. So it tells me long-term view, something you've been working on for some time, delayed success. So this is something that you've kept reiterating, kept coming back for. And this is something that's going to come to completion for you this time. So if that resonated with you, and thank you, Mary Jean. Sure. Let's see what we get. Okay. I'm just going to say a general energy check for your brothers Andrew and Peter concerning yourself and your friends David and his family. One card flew out. That's the Eight of Pentacles. So there's something that's been worked on or being worked on, whatever that might be. Okay, so I have Eight of Pentacles. So there's something that's been worked on for some time, or maybe this is something you guys, there's been some type of connection for some time. But I have the High Priestess card, so I feel like you guys were kind of connected. So I feel like there's something going on. I feel like your intuition is kind of telling you what you feel is going on. And I have the Two of Cups because it tells me that whatever's going on, some type of relationship, I feel like this is something that is you're connected to this person or these people. Like I mentioned, this is a love card, but I also feel there's possibly some darkness going around because I have the Devil card. So there's some type of dark energy or dark thoughts regarding one of the males because I have the King of Cups. So there's some type of darkness around one of the males or one of the energies because I feel like this is kind of what they're telling me. And I have the Knight of Swords. So maybe there's some type of discrepancy or some type of maybe someone's taking some action. Or maybe there's some fighting or defending beliefs. I don't know if that's what's going on, but I feel like there's some type of defending of beliefs or something along that line. But I feel that this is going to work out. I don't know what's going on with the situation, but I feel like it's going to work out because I have the Ace of Cups. That tells me that the love is coming back, the fulfillment, the cup is overflowing. I feel like there's going to be some new feelings that are going to be developed, is what that is also telling me. And the Ten of Pentacles. So when you're asking about family, that's the That and the 10 of Cups is the family card for me. So it tells me things are going to be okay with your friends David and his family, as well as your brothers. I don't know what the situation is, so you're going to overcome. There's going to be some overcoming about some dark energy or whatever this is, or dark thoughts that are going on, possibly with one of the males, or maybe some darkness around one of the male energies, because I feel like there's going to be some action taken for that to remove it, and I feel like that's going to be done, and it's going to help release, and there's going to be love and interaction again, and the cup's going to overflow, and there's going to be fulfillment, family legacy card. Everything is going to look like it's going to come to fruition. Yeah, and the Six of Pentacles. So there's going to be some balance brought. If there's been out of balance, you're going to have balance again, as it looks like moving forward. There's been conflict. That's what it's telling me. Yep, for the Five of Wands. But everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be. You guys are all practical. You're all. There's going to be some nurturing going on. I feel like things are going to work out for everyone. And the base of my deck is the Eight of Wands. So it tells me news is going to come, transition. Things are going to pick up speed. Okay, so things are going to move along. Things are going to become practical again for you guys. Things are going to work out. It looks like some nurturing. So it looks like that's kind of what I'm getting at this point, MJOH. So I hope that resonated with you. And thank you for the super sticker. Thank you, Cecilia. I appreciate the super sticker. Light and love, light and love. Thank you. All right, let's see. I got a few more to do, man. Wow. Okay. Let me pick up the pace. What advice does Spirit have for reading my current workplace, or regarding my work? Okay. Shoot. How do I pull it all my deck? Well, we were shuffling more cards, and I didn't even put all the cards in there. Let's redo that again. All right. Okay, first thing I get is the Four of Cups. So I feel like you're feeling maybe disconnected a little bit. Maybe you're reevaluating yourself, or what's the situation is. I have the Ace of Wands. So maybe this is something you're inspired. Maybe just something inspired you recently. And I feel like there's some type of new beginning, something that you're working towards. And I have the Hierophant. So this is something tradition. So this is regarding your workplace. So I feel like there's something in the future that will bring possibly some heartbreak, or some loss, or some fears going on, and that's what I'm getting currently, because I have the Ten of Wands. There's a lot on your plate, so it tells me there's a lot of burdens. There's a lot going on for you, a lot of hard work. Tells me you're very action oriented. I have the Knight of Swords, so tells me you're very action oriented. You're driven to succeed, is what they're telling me. You're a fast thinker, and you believe in what you defend your beliefs. And I have the Ace of Cups, so it tells me that you're very creative. So I feel like this is something that you're intuitively. I feel like this is something you're gonna grow even more in this job. And I have the Eight of Pentacles, so this is something you're working on. So I feel like this is something you've been working on, skills, mastering these skills, high standards. This was telling me you have very high standards, and this is something that you're working towards, or you have. And a High Priestess. So I feel like they're telling me that you have, once again, high morals. This is something that you're divinely connected somehow. Something drew you to this, to do this, and I feel your intuition is growing. That's what it's telling you with the High Priestess. Hard work, the Knight of Pentacles. So this is the hard work. This is productive, very routine. This is routine. Whatever this is you do, you're very routine, and you're very efficient at it. That's what they're telling me. You're very efficient. And the Ace of Swords. So I feel like there's going to be mental clarity and victory. If you've had any type of contemplation, as I mentioned, contemplating with that Four of Cups is the first card in your past, this is going to be okay. I feel like there's going to be things are going to move forward. You're going to have victory and mental clarity. So it looks like you're making progress. The Three of Wands. So it tells me that there's progress coming. You're making it. Keep planning. This is part of the expansion, commerce. So maybe more money comes in. I don't know what that means, but it tells me commerce is expanding. So whatever that means that you do, I feel like it's going to benefit you and continue to progress and make plans. So I feel like that's where they're telling you is that things are going to work out. Okay. So there's some heartbreak, there's some fears, there's a lot of burdens, but it tells me you're action oriented. You have all the tools to make this happen, and you will. Thank you, Steph, for the super sticker. I hope that resonated with you. Come from my higher self, a spirit guide. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. Dennis's downloads come from his higher self, his spirit guide, our spirit guide, with ancestors, ETs, all of them, all four. Please and thank you. I have a feeling we're going to see a four. I told you. I love it. All right. So the first card I got is the Seven of Pentacles. So that tells me that this is something you're working on. This is something you're manifesting, long-term, sustainable results. So this is something that you keep pulling from. And I have the Page of Cups. So this is very creative. I feel like they come to you in different ways. Intuitive messages. Since you asked about my downloads, those are intuitive messages with the Page of Cups. Then I have the Five of Swords. So there's conflict, I feel, at times. So I feel like that's when you connect the most, is when you're having conflicts, either spiritually or something that you need to get clarity on. I feel like that's the conflicts they come through. I'd have the Nine of Wands. So it tells me that this is tests of faith, is when you really connect. When you have tests of faith, this is the way you connect. This tells me also that you're very resilient. You're gearing up for something, is why you connect. Then I have the Four of Pentacles, and I told you, I felt before I even pulled my cards, I feel we're going to have a four in this. So I feel you connect, and that's Four Pentacles. Those are tangibles. So it tells me that, yes, you connect with your higher self, you connect with your spirit guides, you connect with ancestors, ETs, all of them. So I feel like that's the connection. That's all. And it's something that has been worked on for some time, good investments of your energy. So I feel like that's something that it's paying off for you the more you connect. And I feel you connect more when you have conflicts. And I have the Two of Cups. So it tells me this is something, yes, they come to you, and the two energies become one, helps bring you balance, is what they told me. So I hope that resonated with you, Mr. Dennis, and thank you for the super sticker. Was the vision I had this morning of the bright sun and gradient magenta sky a sign of things to come? Good one. Nothing like a beautiful bright sun, telling you. Awesome. And my light is super bright right now, so it tells me like I feel your energy with that. All right. Let's see. Watch the sun card come out. So the first card I have is the Three of Cups, celebration. Yeah. Then I have the Eight of Cups, walking away. When you ask about transition, things to come, transition, walking away from the old. Seven of Swords. So yes, it's very strategic. I feel this is the way of the universe's way to answer your questions. Queen of Pentacles. So this is a practical way for them that you could understand, as why you asked this question the way you did. It was a practical way for them to acknowledge your questions, your concerns. I feel like this was a practical way, and I feel like it was to help nurture your spirit for your connection, is what they told me. The Tower card. So, yep, there's going to be something new. Something's going to be disrupted. So it's telling me that the old is coming. It's going to be very disruptive, and it's going to be. And then this is something they're telling me. Yep, and I feel like it was because you've been weighing something. Something's been weighing on your mind. So you've been asking these things, and you feel like things aren't progressing as quickly, and there's some stalemates and deadlocks. So I feel like this is what you've been kind of talking to Spirit about, and Spirit finally answered you. And the King of Wands. So yeah, so it tells me it's because you're taking action. You're looking at things from a different perspective, overcoming challenges. So I feel like this is something that's part of your maturation process, is what they're telling me. Then I get the Strength card that tells me it was a gift. It was love to tell you to be strong, courageous, put that love out, be open to receiving and giving love. And I feel like this is something to focus on that reality, is what they're telling me. Have that compassion, continue to put the energy out, that's where we're moving to, and that's how we're winning. That's exactly what they're telling me. And I got the Magician. So yep, that was their way of manifesting for you. And I feel like that's your answer for when you are manifesting these things and connecting to Spirit. So yes, we are the Magician. We are making this reality what it's supposed to be based on our collective energy. So hope that resonated with you, Kendra, and thank you for the super sticker. Who or what saved me from falling down the stairs? Whew, that's a good one. You know what? I'm gonna pull up my other angel deck. Let me see, because I feel that that's a big part of it. This is my other angel deck. So let's see what we get. Let's see. Okay. I get Archangel Raziel, Raziel. I also get, there wasn't just him, but I feel like this. I have the Seven of Wands, or Seven of Fire, and the Seven of Pentacles, or Seven of Earth. So I feel like this is something like they've come there to stand your ground. I feel like this was something they helped you. They chose that was a battle that they helped you with, because that's what I feel with that. And the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like this is something like it was a temporary pause, almost like when you're falling. It was almost like something paused you before. I don't know what this is, but I get a pause. And then I had the King of Wands. So I feel like this is something that it was a community. I feel like this was something of like a communication for you. Like I feel like you're like, what was that? I feel like that was a way of communicating to you as well. And I feel like this was to show you that you're not alone. It was a creative way for them to show you. And I have the Magician. So yeah, that's how they manifested. I feel like you were almost stopped. I don't know why I keep getting stopped. And I feel like this was how they manifested. And it tells me like this is something with the Magician. I feel like this is that, like I mentioned, the manifesting. I feel like you've been trying to connect more with Spirit, things of that nature. And I feel like that was their way of saying, we're with you. You're not alone. Because I have the King of Air, or the King uh, of Swords. So when it comes down to it, so the King of Swords. So that tells me when it comes to this, yeah, I feel like you were putting this out. I also feel like it's emotional balance. I feel like that was a balance thing. You're off balance. I feel like they help stabilize you for some reason, and almost like a stop. I keep getting that. So I feel like Archangel Raziel was the main one that was with you. He's the Magician. I have the Star card. So there could be multiple ones. I have Archangel Raphael with you as well. Raphael, that's something you're telling me. Happy times. You're on the right path. I feel like that was a way for them to tell you that you're divinely guided and protected. So those are the angels that are popping out. And Ace of Pentacles, or the Ace of Earth. It was a gift. They were there to help you. And that's what they're telling me. It's they're telling me that these are something that they're there to protect you. So those are the two angels that I have that I'm pulling up on right now. And I also have the Justice card holding up my deck. That's Archangel Ragiel. Raguel. So I have 3 of them so far that I feel were around you, that were kind of helping you. And honestly, um, I feel like that was because you're moving forward and progressing and standing up for what you believe and you're connecting to spirit. So I feel like that was their creative way of helping you. So hope that resonated with you, Chrissy, and thank you for the super sticker. All right. Well, I'm going to stay with this angel deck and see what they have. Did the spirit have a message for me when the blue orb flew through the sky? Okay. Blue orb have a message for me. That was all. When it flew through the sky. Please and thank you. Eight of Wands or Eight of Fire. So that tells me it's a message for sure. It was coming towards you. Three of Cups. So it was to tell you it was celebration. Tells me I feel like maybe family or energies that you're connected to is telling you that they were there. They're telling me it's a celebration. They're also telling me they tell you to have more fun. That's what they're telling me. They want you to enjoy your life. I have the Two of Air or Two of Swords. So there's something that you're trying to make something you've been contemplating. That's what they're telling me. Something you've been weighing on you, and I feel like that's what they're telling me. That was the energy. Then I had the Ten of Swords or the Ten of Air. So something is coming to an end. Something came to an end, or a difficult decision was made, or you were contemplating on, and it was to embrace the change. That's what it was telling me. That's what they wanted you to do. Things are going to get better. That's what they're telling me. Things are going to get better for you now. And at the Queen of Cups or the Queen of Water. So that tells me that the relationship, so things are moving. So they're telling you that your relationship with them, the spirit, and the others around you is increasing. It's growing. It tells me like trust your intuition. That's what I'm getting from that with that Queen of Cups. It's a healing thing. It's a nurturing thing. It was their way of talking to you in your intuitive way. And it says to care for yourself and others. What they're telling me, care for yourself. And I have the Three of Wands or the Three of Fire. So abundance is coming to you. You're making progress. You're expanding. So things are coming. Make long-term plans. So release whatever this was you had stalemate about or whatever you were contemplating. They're telling you to release it, and things are coming. I feel like that was a quick visual way for them to connect to you, and you're like, wow, okay, awesome. That was an answer. So it was part of your progress. And the King of Pentacles or the King of Earth. So it tells me the King of Earth, success is coming. Things are coming to fruition. Tangible things are coming for you. You're going to be rooted, grounded. You're making good investment in your time and your energy and finances and things of that nature. So things are going to come to fruition for you. So that was their way of manifesting. And the High Priestess, that was their way of manifesting for you to connect more with spirit and to answer you. So that was their creative way of connecting you to spirit for visually, so you can connect. Now it makes sense. So it says, listen to your intuition, have patience. Things are moving. Okay. So that's what they're telling me. So continue on. Okay. Continue on with what you're doing, connect to spirit. And that's what they're telling me. Abundance is coming for you. And that was their creative way of helping you. That was the news is coming to you. So yes, you did receive a message. Thank you, Nilza. Thank you for the super sticker. When I was a child, who or what told me it wasn't my time yet when I was at the bottom of the kindergarten pool? Ooh. All right. When Chuck was at the bottom of that kindergarten pool, what or who was it that told him it wasn't his time yet? Please and thank you for your assistance. Okay, the first card I pulled was the Nine of Wands or Nine of Fire. That tells me they didn't want you to give up. That's what that told me. Automatically, don't give up. Have courage. The Ten of Wands came out also. It tells me that this is you were help is coming. That's what it was telling me. Accepting help from others tells me that this is something that was working its way, but help was coming. That's what they were telling you. Don't give up. That's exactly what I got for the first 2 cards. And I have Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel, who just told you that. That's the awakening. That's Archangel Gabriel. He's the communicator of God. He tells me he wants you. It was a temporary standstill for you, and you were moving on. It wasn't your time yet. That's what he was telling you. he was communicating from God to you, was Archangel Gabriel. And it was the King of Cups. So that tells me that it was a way of nurturing you, to support you when you were out of it and panicked, to let you know you weren't alone. It wasn't your time. So I feel like it was a way to bring you clarity, and to bring you emotional support. And the Knight of Air, or the Knight of Swords. So it tells me yes. And so you could take action to continue moving forward. This is part of your journey that you had to. This is something that we're gonna your journey was gonna start to pick up speed after this. And the Sun card. So I feel Archangel Uriel might have been around as well. So when it comes to this, the Sun card, so it tells me that this wasn't your time because you had more to fulfill. Joy, sunshine, love is all coming in abundance, is coming to you. And that's what it tells me. So I have Archangel Uriel, and Archangel Gabriel was the voice you heard for sure, is the one you heard. But I feel Archangel Uriel was around you as well. So I feel like there was multiple angels around you, but you heard the voice of Archangel Gabriel. And the Six of Wands, or Six of Fire. So it was to recognize you and to have confidence to push forward, and you're going to be victorious. So it was public acknowledgement. So he was acknowledging you through God. Archangel Gabriel was acknowledging you. So hope that resonated with you, Chuck, and thank you for the super sticker. Colleen S had a question, huh? Let me see who's. All right, Colleen, if you had a question, I don't. If I'll look for it as I'm going through. If you have it, retype it at the bottom now, please. Very beautiful coyote wolf that was staring at me with cold eyes, and the number 11414. Okay, cool. Well, I can already see right now 1414, 144 is in there twice. So that's just what I pick up already. But and if you add 1 plus 4 is 5, and 1 plus 4 is 5, that's 5 5. That's loud and clear. So I'm just want it's a message. I know what it is. I'm just want to see what they can tell me. All right, Billy. Just saw that 1414 with the wolf and the coyote. What was that? Was a message that was being put out? Or who was it that spoke to again? Please and thank you. And what was the message about? So I got the High Priestess card. So what I get with that is that it's a spirit guide, some type of spirit. I feel like animal guide or a spirit guide. I feel like that was a way, maybe an animal totem or animal guide. I get animal guide. I keep getting something messed with my head. So it tells me that was the intuitive way for them to tell you something. I have the renewal. So that tells me renewal card. So it tells me that they're telling you that it's you're assessing the facts correctly. I don't know what that means, but they're also telling me that this is time your things are moving in a new direction. So things are moving in a new direction, with that renewal card. So that tells me like there's some type of reviewing you've been doing, evaluating of your life, or evaluating the situation. It tells me that's what it was time to move. It's time to move in a new direction. Then I have the Emperor. So the Emperor card tells me that um, you're very logical, and I feel like it's a way for you to put things together. Like I said, I feel like it was a logical way for you to give you something tangible for what you've been asking or talking about with your guides. And the Ace of Pentacles, or the Ace of Earth, that tells me it was a gift. It was something that tells you that yes, abundance is coming. Answering questions, I think like that's what I feel is coming. I feel like there's some important decisions or something you've been contemplating. Once again, I feel like that was a way for them to answer you. And the Six of Pentacles, or the Six of Earth. So that tells me gifts, money, life, abundance. That's also it's a gift. It was a gift to you with the Six of Pentacles to bring balance. So there's going to be balance coming back. It was a it was a beautiful opportunity to tell me this is coming to fruition for you. And the Six of Cups. Nostalgia. So something that you've been manifesting from the past or worried about for some time now. It's why I feel like they finally came to you. You've been worrying about this, I feel, for some time. So I feel like this is something that it was their way of coming to you as a gift. And the 6 of air. So yeah, I have 3 sixes in a row. 666, and that's not a bad thing. So 666 tells me things are looking up. 6 of swords, transition, moving out of troubled water. Tells me, ending of a difficult situation. This is what this is: transition, leaving behind the old, moving out of troubled water. So that's what I wanted to say. And I got the 7 of swords. So it's whatever you've been planning. You've been evaluating things, so the things are you continue to reevaluate. That's what they're telling me. That was their way of answering your reevaluations. Hope that resonated with you, Jewelry 1111, and thank you for the super sticker. Is the west side of my house safer or the east side of my house? Good one. East or west? Okay, I'm going to pull 2 different ones and see what the benefit is of both. Is it safer on the east for the first pull? Or what does it look like on the east side? And then option 2 is what does it look like energetically on the west side? Please and thank you for safety for both. Option 1 east, option 2 west. I feel the east side of your house. I feel there's some anxieties on that side of the house for some reason. I don't know why, but I have the 9 of swords. That's why I did both the east side and the west side. So I feel like there's some fears about the east side of your house. I don't know if that's resonating, but that's what I get. But I feel like maybe there's something like taking action to go to that side or something. There's something that's moving. So I feel like there's energies constantly flowing through that side of the house. And I also feel like when it comes to the King of Swords and the first option, the east side of your house, I feel like there's something you're going to receive some clarity. So I feel like things are changing and transitioning. But I also feel like with the east side, I don't feel like there's any issues. I feel like there's fears for some reason on your side of the east side, but I feel like there's some type of maybe a conflict of why you don't feel as connected to that side of the house. But I feel like there's going to be some clarity, and I feel the Hierophant with that side of the house. So I feel like maybe there's something that's there. Maybe it could be some type of history that's maybe regarding that side of the property. I feel like there's something related to that. There's a reason why you kind of feel that disconnect possibly from that side. But I also feel the west side. I don't. I feel the west side also with that 7 of Pentacles. That it's. I mean, that's a good long term. I don't feel anything. I feel like this is okay. I have the Temperance card after that 7 of Pentacles, so it tells me that you're divinely protected. There's light there. There's something that I feel. There's hope. There's calm, more calm on the west side for some reason. I don't know if that's what it is, but I feel there's calmness there. I feel like there's a good energy there. I also feel the Moon card comes out after this. So I feel like intuitively you're kind of drawn more to the west side of your house than the east side of your house. I mean, I feel like the west side for some reason, I got the 4 of swords. It's a renewal. I feel the renewal happens there, or you feel like you rest more on the west side for some reason, like a resting card. And I have the Emperor, so I feel like you're drawn more to that side of the house. And I feel like this is something like protection. I don't know if you feel more protected on the west side than the east side, but I don't see anything dark on either side of the house. I just see fears on the east side for some reason, fears in your own mind. Because I have the King of Cups for my deck for the whole reading for both of those. So it tells me emotional support. So I feel like you're pulled emotionally to one side or the other. But I feel like there's possibly something in the past that was related to that side of the property in the east is why you kind of maybe feel the energy, the residual energy. It's nothing dark, but I feel you feel maybe some residual energy that was related to that side of the house. So I feel like you're more connected to the west side for some reason. But I feel like both sides of your house are beautiful. Okay. I'm pull one more. Yeah. One more. I didn't even have to pull it. I knew it. It's Ace of Pentacles. Everything is okay. Things are okay. You just need to release that. I mean, the energy. So you can release the energy too if you feel disconnected from that side of the house or the history of it. You can release that energy. That's what they're. You can do that. You have that power. So yep, absolutely. Things are going to work out. Both sides. Nothing dark in your on your east side of your house. It's just fears of maybe the energy you felt from something residual. Okay, but you'll be able to release that. Okay, and everything will come to fruition for you and connect. All right. Until I was a young teenager, when I closed my eyes, I always saw a face. I could never draw it. Hard to describe. Was this a divine being? Bottom. Let's see if there's no more. I think I got everybody except for this one. I think this is the last one. All right, Kendra. And if I missed your question, I'll go through all of them again. And if I mention this again, I'll read it afterwards and I'll put it on the comment section. Okay. I don't leave your questions unanswered. So, all right, here we go, Kendra. Close my eyes. I always saw a face. I could never draw it. Hard to describe. Was this a divine being? First card, temperance card. Yes, very much so. That's exactly what that was. So this is the temperance card. That's an angel, divine connection. That's exactly when you ask about divine being. That could not have been a stronger card than the temperance card. That tells me it was absolutely a divine being. And the moon card, they came to you. I feel like there was some fear though when you would see this. So I feel like it was something that you're intuitively, you had some fear, possibly some anxieties about seeing this face. So it was telling me subconsciously that was the way of the premonitions. You were getting, I don't know if you got premonitions before, but this face was a premonition for you. So I feel like that's what it was. And I also, they're coming to you because it was to continue to help you renew. I don't know, energetically, if you were in a fear state at the time, or whatever the situation is, they kept appearing to you that way because that was for you to renew yourself. And it was strategic. The Seven of Swords, it was very strategic of why they came to you that way. It's so you can make sense of things. And I have the Judgment card. So that literally is, that tells me with the Judgment card, that's exactly right. It was an awakening. It was a wake up call. It was a moment that you kind of like, whoa, it woke you up. So I feel like that was their way of not mercy, almost mercy, like an awakening, of calling. See, my light flickered, so it was like a mercy for you. And I feel like that was to show you that you're not alone, because there was some decisions you were weighing at the time, some difficulty, you were a little out of balance, is what they're telling me. And the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, ups and downs, karmic cycles completing. So it tells me this was something inevitable, fate that needed to happen. So that's the reason why you saw it. And then the Fool card is the base of my deck. So journey, this is your journey. This is something you're moving forward. This is to tell you that to be that young, zestful, young soul spirit again. That's what they're telling you. So it may have brought you fear, but that wasn't the intention. The intention was to continue on your journey and to give you the strength and the validation that you were seeking at the time. So thank you for the super stick, Kendra, and I hope that that resonated with you. I think Kendra is the last one. Let me see. All right. I'm going to scroll down. I think I might have got the last one. Let me see. I am getting tired. Any messages of hope for me, Jason? So if you haven't already, please, no more super stickers. This will be my last question for the night. So if there's another one after this, I'll answer it again. So I'll answer this last one, Donna. No worries. I got you. I won't let you leave you hanging. Thank you for all you guys who stuck around. I know it's been a long show. This is Jason. So I have the three of wands. So it tells me, yeah, you're making progress. Whatever this is that you've been working on, this is telling me you've been preparing for this. You've been prepared for it. And I have the Knight of Swords. It tells me that they want you to be ambitious, take action, be action oriented, driven to succeed. It tells me you're a very quick thinker. So that's what it's telling me. And also the Six of Swords comes out. So there's going to be a transition period for you. You're moving out of troubled waters, whatever the situation is, because moving out of troubled waters, things are going to come. I have the Ten of Swords. So something is going to come to an ending. Okay. Something that whatever you felt, if you felt something that you've been betrayed or something that's been going on in your past, you're making that transition. There's some baggage we have to let go of, as I mentioned, with the Six of Swords, but also tells me, because I have the Death card. So something's coming to an ending with the Ten of Swords and the Death. So it tells me in the future something's coming to an end. Okay. So some new beginnings are coming. Metamorphosis is coming, transition. Eight of Pentacles comes out. So it's something you're going to continue to work on, okay? You're going to start working on some skills, mastering some skills, working on yourself, having a passion again. Because then I have the Page of Wands. So it tells me you're going to be inspired, creative. You're going to want to do some things as you move forward. Freedom. You're going to have excitement again, is what they're telling me. And the Fool. So you're going to be on a new journey. You're going to have that zest for life. You're going to take a new path. You're going to be a new adventure, new opportunities coming, whatever that looks like in the future for you, but it's going to come. And there's going to be some things you're going to have to balance, that Two of Pentacles, some decisions you're going to have to make. A little out of balance, but that's okay. You're going to find that balance again. I know that. Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, something's coming to an end. Completions, karmic cycles. You've had some ups and downs, but that's okay. Things are going to turn. The Jackpot card. Your luck is going to increase and be good in the future. And then I have the Temperance. So it tells me you're divinely guided. They want you to remain hopeful, stay calm. This isn't everything happens in divine timing and not a second before. So they're telling me you're finding your purpose. Okay, things are going to come to you. So that's what they're telling me, and it's going to be very creative with that Page of Cups holding up my deck. So you're going to receive this. Going to be very creative in how they do this, how you open your gifts, how they come to you and communicate with you, the divine. So this is what they're telling me, that you'll continue to connect, but you have to be action oriented. Okay. You have to continue to work on yourself, release things that no longer serve your purpose. Continue to connect to your guides, and your guides will guide you in the right direction. They will not fail you. That's what they're here to do, is to help you. Okay. So hope that resonated with you, and Donna, and thank you for the super sticker. All right, guys. I think that's my last one. So I think that was it. All right. All right, guys. I'm going to send you some light and love. We're going to do a quick little healing real quick for whoever wants to stick around. You don't have to. So I just want to let you know, guys, that thank you for your support. As I mentioned, it's been a long show. I'm tired, so I was done with the readings after this last one. So I'm gonna have to go recharge my battery. That's why I can only do it so often. I can't do this every day. Besides the readings I do for people, but there's so much energy that I'm pulling. So you guys kind of motivate me. So I'm gonna leave you guys with some good energy. Okay, so go ahead if you want. Close your eyes. You don't have to have any candles or sage or anything like that. It's all about intention. And I want you to bring in a beautiful, beautiful thought, beautiful interaction, something you love, something that brings joy to your heart and a smile to your face every time you think of it. And I want you to bring that into your heart now in your mind's eye. And I want you to slow your breathing down in your mind. I want you to breathe in through your nose 2 to 3 seconds and breathe out through your mouth slowly 2 to 3 seconds. And I want you to continue to pull this thought or this thing that brings joy to your heart into your heart and your mind's eye. And I want you to envision your heart opening like a beautiful lotus flower. And I also want you to start to visualize as your heart is open, you start to pull in all this energy that's around you. You have beautiful white light around you everywhere. That's your light. You've given it away. And I want you to visualize pulling this energy in through the top of your head and bringing this energy back in. You pull it in through your heart and through the bottom of your feet. And I want you to pull this energy in. And I want you to pull this energy, and I want you to recall your energy now. In your mind's eye, I want you to say, I am recalling all of my energy with light, love, and forgiveness and healing. And I want you to think, as this energy is flowing through you, you feel lighter, you feel re-energized. This energy is flowing through you, through the top of your head, through your heart, and through the bottom of your feet. This energy flows through you, it flows around you. It is you. And I want you to push this energy back out. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to transition this energy, this lower frequency energy that we've given away and has been manipulated. We're pulling this energy in through our soul and through God. And we're going to change this energy. We're going to flip this energy into the light, into the collective consciousness for all. And I want you to push out this light from your heart, this open, beautiful lotus flower with forgiveness and healing. And I want you to say whatever affirmations you need to say in your mind at this time. I am forgiven. I am worthy. I am rooted. I am strong. I am unwavering from the light. I am developing and becoming the beautiful soul that God has always intended me to be. I am healing all around me as well as myself. I am and our families and beings of light are no longer affected by the dark timeline of the earth. I am and our families and all beings of light are only affected by the new timelines of the earth, of light, love, abundance of all, health of all. I am loved. I am worthy. I am abundant in all areas of my life. I am sending increased frequency, vibration, and healing energy to the world around me from my beautiful open heart that God, the Creator, has given us. I am ascending. I am forgiven. I am discerning. I am divine and protected. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. So be it, and so it is. So, all right, guys, thank you for the beautiful, beautiful time with you guys today. Stick around on Wednesday. Like I said, I'm going to have our beautiful roundtable as I always do. Tomorrow, for some of you guys who, if you haven't already, please, if you want to subscribe to the Rumble channel, if you're into that truther stuff, starting tomorrow, I'm going to post some stuff on I already posted a video today of the original interview with Richard Citizen on Rumble that got taken down for YouTube. So I just wanted to let you know we're going to start doing a weekly thing now. Okay. So tomorrow will be our first podcast for the Clown World podcast. And we're going to I'll post it on there and I'll post it on other platforms as well. So, all right, guys, I'm going to let you go for the night. Sending you all light and love and dragons. Soldier of Light, out. I love you all. See how my light just got bright when I said Soldier of Light? I love it. See you guys later. Bye-bye.